All right, so okay, welcome back to episode 11 of the Pop Funk Podcast. If you like what you see or hear, go check out our previous episodes. I'm Michael,
This is Chase.
and all right, so do you want to? Oh, I want to talk about something real quick, and then we'll just hop into the DreamWorks stuff. So I don't know if you've
Sure.
seen it, but the oh my God, what's it called? Well, so I know how we talked about it a couple weeks ago that like Zack Snyder was posting stuff again, like on Instagram
Yeah.
when we were talking
Yeah.
about like how Eric Kripke needs to be banned off Twitter or whatever because he's putting his foot in his mouth about the boys and then yeah. Anyway, so I guess like 2 days ago or something, uh, Zach posted like a new picture. I put it in the Discord if you scroll down and look at it. The picture he posted.
I see it, yeah.
Yeah. So he posted that, which is obviously, new image, whatever. And all it's just so funny because it's like all the desperate Snyderverse cultists are like so desperate for the Snyderverse to at least get finished, So now every time he posts something, no matter how like innocuous it might be, it's just a picture of the Justice League
wallpaper.
Yeah, it's literally just a picture of the Justice League that like anyone could make that in like 5 minutes on their phone, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, they're gonna bring it back." And I'm like, "Look, it's not necessary. I would not actually be mad if they finished the Snyderverse Justice League arc or whatever, because I think it was only supposed to be 2 more Justice League movies anyway. Like, and that was it. Like that was the entire original, Snyderverse plan was like Man of Steel, BVS, and then the 3 Justice League movies, or something like that. And it's like, okay, as a self-contained Elseworlds, like sort of, obviously he adapts certain elements of Injustice in those like flash forwards, like obviously the whole Superman joining Darkseid and being evil and stuff like that and whatnot. And it's like, would I like to see that? Yes, but like, it's not gonna happen, It's just so funny seeing people like every time Zach even remotely whispers the word Superman, everyone freaks out like they're gonna greenlight it. And I'm like,
happening.
Yeah, it's like maybe, but like, and I will say though, the argument people use against it will be like, oh, there's no way that they'll, whatchamacallit, like they wouldn't want to have conflicting versions of the Justice League in live action at the same time, because obviously like the James Gunn DCU stuff is obviously setting up its own thing. And I'm like, it's not a great argument just because of the fact that we already have 2 different live action universes that are running congruently. Like the Batman is not going to be the DC, like it's not the DCU. So it's like you're already going to have 2 different Batmen running at the same time that are not the same character. So it's like it wouldn't be that crazy for them to also have, another Elseworlds Justice League thing going, but there's no way. There's just no. The main reason there's no way is because all the actors from that era of DC movies are not coming back. Like it's just not gonna happen. Yeah. Like you're not gonna get like Henry and Gal Gadot and maybe you could get Henry Cavill and Jason Momoa to come back because Jason Momoa is still in the DCU just as Lobo now. But you know what I mean? Like they're not gonna be able to get everybody back. And some of those actors, like the whole controversy with Ezra Miller, it's like some of them you can't really get back at this point. It'd be like, I don't know. There's just no way. It's just not gonna happen. But I thought it was funny because people are obviously
fucking out, bro. Look at it, man. It's got to be Superman. He's in the front row.
Yeah, I mean it's a dope picture. Don't get me wrong, but like,
that's cool.
It's not gonna happen.
I think it very well could be just a picture, but if anything, it's like just it's hope.
Yeah.
And realistically, it's hopium.
I mean, who knows? Maybe Zach is actually just like. Maybe they told him they'll let him finish it, and he's just like, I can't say anything yet. But there's no way.
Yeah.
But
I would be pessimistic. It could be something, but I'd be pessimistic.
Certainly. Yeah. All right. So we'll jump into the DreamWorks ranking now. I think your list is probably going to be a little bit like more diverse than mine because when we were doing like. Okay. Well, because after we did after we did like the thing where we decided which DreamWorks franchise we would keep, when we compared Shrek to How to Train Your Dragon to Kung Fu Panda and stuff like that. I realized that like almost all of my top 10 are from those three. Like almost all of them.
Yeah,
Because
that would weigh it heavily.
yeah, and the other problem is that like I haven't seen a lot of the solo DreamWorks movies. I realized after I went and looked at
That's
like
crazy, by the way,
after,
because you're missing some heaters.
like there's a couple on there's two. Yeah, literally two of my 10 are solo ones. And the rest
Wow.
are from those franchises we already talked about.
I'm gonna say at a minimum, there's 2 to 3 on my list that you possibly have not seen that you need to see.
Yeah. And the two that are not part of Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, or How to Train Your Dragon on my list are super recent or relatively recent. They're not like old school DreamWorks. Like when we were talking about it and you were like look at the list and I can't remember what movie it was now, but you were like, oh, you were going through on your phone and you were like, oh, this, and I was like, I've never seen
Yeah,
any of those movies. I was like,
that's yeah.
yeah,
This will be very interesting.
yeah. But yeah, you could start if you want, and we'll do 10,
All right,
10
go
to
ahead. Yeah,
1. We'll just alternate.
10 to 1 and alternate. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what we said.
yeah,
So, I mean, talk about first of all, I'm gonna tell you right now, the most recent movie on my list, by some small miracle, by the way, is 2022. And after that, by the way,
it's just the
I
past.
believe it's 2010.
Wow. Okay.
Quite literally.
All right.
This movie is the oldest movie. Actually, no, it's not. It's not. But this movie from the year 2000, very classic, emblematic of when DreamWorks started to pop off.
Sure.
Chicken Run. Chicken Run. We're putting Chicken Run at number 10.
Never even heard of it.
Classic. That's insane because I know you've heard of Wallace and Gromit. So
That sounds familiar, but I feel like if I saw a picture of like what you're talking
about, even if
yeah,
you
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
intentionally.
I feel like if you showed me a picture of it, I would know it, but
like claymation. You know, if I
oh
say
yeah, yes, I know what that
so
is.
Chicken Run is like that except on steroids, and it's awesome.
All right.
But it's just like a nonstop action movie in claymation, and it's sick.
Sure.
And it's like ages well. Like there's a bunch of adult humor.
Right.
Everyone knows what I'm talking about though, so I won't. But yeah, Chicken Run number 10.
Okay. My 10 is the third How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay. When
and
did that come out?
I want to say like 2017 or something like that. Like it's not super old, but I think that whole franchise was like between 2010 and 2020.
Right, yeah. I do think you're right. 2019.
Okay, yeah.
2019. It was that Hidden World.
Yeah, that's the third one.
Okay.
And this because it goes back to when we were talking about it, whatever episode that was. I said that like How to Train Your Dragon for me, it's like perfect. So I like when I was making this list, I was like, well, I can't say that I think the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy is fucking perfect and then not have the How to Train Your Dragon trilogy make the list.
Yeah, it's got to be in there.
Yeah.
I mean, it does make sense, obviously. So
but anyway,
I can't disagree from that principle.
And the only reason that's honestly last on the list is just because the other two are better. Like, I mean, that one's still great, but 2 is the best by far, and then 1 is better than 3. So it's what do you want? Anyway, you're 9.
That's fair. My 9. I'm making some last minute adjustments because I realized I did them, but I didn't do them on my list. I did them in my head, I guess, already. Number 9 is gonna be Kung Fu Panda.
Nice.
Kung Fu Panda. Love Kung Fu Panda. I'll say the movies that I basically think all of these movies are extremely close. The next like 3-ish movies are really close, but we're going Kung Fu Panda. Awesome story, awesome action.
Yeah.
Jack Black, enough said.
That cast is actually insanely good in those movies.
Dude, why do DreamWorks movies in general have the best cast?
I mean, that movie, it's Jack Black and Angelina Jolie and Jackie Chan. And
I like Jackie Chan, of course.
Oh my god, Seth Rogen is the fucking cricket, which is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that's the only one I really recognize.
I can't remember
Lucy
who.
Liu is somebody.
Oh, the snake Viper.
Yeah, but like, oh yeah. Angelina Jolie,
She's.
Dustin Hoffman, who
Oh, that's the crane, I think.
and James Hong. Hong. Who's in some other stuff too. But anyways,
Yeah. No, great cast.
yeah, awesome cast.
My nine is also Kung Fu Panda.
All right. Good answer. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, same
I'm glad we
reasons.
agreed on
At
the
least one
movie.
thing.
We're probably going to be pretty close, I think, considering the movies that you like. I think we're going to be pretty close in some of the next movies then.
Okay, sure.
8. I'm going Spirit, which may or may not. Yeah,
No idea.
really sad. I think I think there is a good chunk of people that would have this in their top 5 or top 3 DreamWorks movies. By the way, but I'm putting it at 8. It's a movie about a horse. Okay,
I think I
and
knew.
it's like
Yeah,
a free
I
spirit.
could see the poster in my head actually. Right after I thought
Yeah,
about it for a second, I
British
was like, I
brown
know.
horse.
Yeah. I knew with the
Um,
I know that much at least, but I've never seen it.
insane soundtrack, but
Okay.
even besides that, just really good storytelling
Hmm.
for a movie about you're basically from the perspective of the horse. So like not a lot of talking, a lot of um, interpretation, tension,
Sure.
visual, very visually impressive for 2002. Considering that that's how they had to tell the whole story was visually. So yeah, we're going Spirit classic again. I think a lot of people would put this in their top 3 or top 5s, but it's been a long time since I've seen it. I just kind of like these other movies better.
My 8 is gonna be kind of controversial because it's kind of low,
Uh-oh.
but the only reason it's low before
I
I
think
say
I
what
know
it,
what you're gonna
the
say.
only reason it's low
Go ahead.
before I say what it is, the only reason it's low is just because even though some of the ones higher on my list are probably objectively not as good as this one, I enjoy
Mm,
them more. Like I tend
okay.
to go out of my way to rewatch them more often.
Okay.
Shrek
I
is my
thought you were
8.
gonna say Shrek.
Shrek,
Oh,
yeah, Shrek is my 8. Yeah.
oh, that's
Yeah.
crazy. That's crazy because first off, Shrek is my 7. So,
Okay. I
and
don't feel as bad about it anymore.
you shouldn't because although Shrek is crazy, um, it's like it doesn't age extremely well. Not even like the jokes or anything, but just like it's not when and you compare all these movies and stuff, like it doesn't hold up as well. Um, but that being said, it's an awesome movie. It just got tough competition, I think, too.
Yeah.
Um, like the original Shrek was a little raw. It's a little bit of a raw movie, but obviously like awesome. But yeah, I had a feeling you were gonna say that. As soon as you start, I was like, in my head, I'm like, I don't think you have to justify it. Is basically what I'm saying.
Right.
Because I think if people were honest with themselves, Shrek would be outside the top 5 for most people. Now, me saying that
You might have people with
with my
pitchforks in
top
your
5,
backyard in a minute.
yeah, with me saying that with my top 5, I think I can argue that extremely convincingly. If you've seen all DreamWorks movies, if you haven't seen all DreamWorks movies and you're like 12 years old, then yeah, Shrek is probably 1 or 2,
Yeah.
honestly. But I'm not,
Yeah, I think the
maybe.
other thing is that I think a lot of people when they think about DreamWorks, they fall into
I
like
love Shrek for the record.
they fall into what I'm coming from, where it's like the franchises dominate what they think DreamWorks is, as
Right.
a whole. So like
Correct.
Shrek being, a franchise that's still running technically, from
True.
20 fucking years ago, 26 years ago, whatever it is.
Yep.
Whenever
Yeah, Shrek is
Shrek came out like 2001, I
2001.
think. I think it was 2001. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So yeah, I feel like people would probably disagree with what you just said and what I just said about Shrek being this
Perhaps.
slow because of that. Because in their mind, they're like, DreamWorks is like the three big franchises that we talked
Right.
about a couple episodes ago, and Shrek is,
But I
upper.
don't see how you could put Shrek
I don't
above.
either. I don't either. But
I would, in the most favorable thing, I could put Shrek like 5 or 6, but I definitely couldn't put it higher than that on this list. And I think despite what I think what you're saying is true. I also think despite what you're saying, objectively speaking, you really can't put Shrek that high. And you fans are wrong if you think that,
Yeah,
and
and
maybe you don't.
maybe
But
maybe it also I think measures up against like the thing I talked about last episode when we were talking about how if you say something is really great, but you don't want to rewatch it over and over again or whatever,
yeah,
then it's not
there's
as great
signs.
as you think it is. But like, which is
Yeah,
not. I don't like that argument. I saw some
some people
director.
don't like rewatching shit.
Well, it's also one of those things where like some movies or TV shows or whatever only hit the right way the first time. Like if there's like
True.
depending on what we're talking about, like horror movies in general. Way off topic, but like a horror movie is only its best the first time you see it because if you rewatch it, you know what's gonna happen, so none of the scary shit is scary
There are
anymore.
exceptions, but yeah, I would say on the in the aggregate, you're more often right about
So,
that.
but yeah, so because I saw someone talking about that, they were like, "Oh, if you say like a movie is a 10 out of 10 and it's the best movie you've ever seen, and you've only seen it once, then you don't actually believe that." And I was like, "That's not necessarily true. It depends what we're
Yeah, you
talking
can't
about."
say that's too broad.
Yeah, but anyway, did you do your 8 yet, or you were? Or...
So, well, yeah, well, remember I went first, so
Oh,
I
you
gave
did.
8 as Spirit, you
Okay,
gave
that's right.
8 as
That's right.
Shrek,
That's right. I forgot you were going
and I'm
first.
saying 7 was Shrek for
Seven's your
me.
Shrek. I got you. I got you. All
Yeah,
right.
and I'll be honest, Shrek, Kung Fu Panda, Spirit, all very close. So
Okay. All right. My
that was
7
my pick.
is How to Train Your Dragon 1.
Nice, okay, respectable.
It's just so good.
Yeah, shit. I guess there's How to Train Your Dragon 2 slaps, huh?
It does indeed slap. He's also it's I think How to Train Your Dragon 2's story is just objectively better, but
Mm.
also Hiccup and like everybody else in the movie is 1,000 times more badass in that movie than they are in the
Mm.
first one. Like
Hiccup doesn't have a lot of badass screen time in the first
not
one.
in the first one, no, but in the second and third one, yeah. I mean, the glow up is fucking generational for Hiccup at least.
Mm.
For everybody, but mostly him obviously because he's a wimp at the beginning of the first one.
Yeah, but still good enough to come in at the 7 slot.
Yeah.
Well,
The thing
you'll like. Well, go
Okay,
ahead. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say I think the funny thing is I don't think people would actually be that mad about me having How to Train Your Dragon above
I don't think
Shrek
so either.
though, because people
I don't
glaze
think
the
so either.
shit out of How to Train Your Dragon.
I like it. I'll be honest, spoiler alert. There's no How to Train Your Dragon movie on my list. Not for lack of trying, but I think I've seen the second one, but it's been a really, really long time. None of those movies just really spoke to me. They're good movies.
It's fair enough.
I can't measure them up to anything but maybe Chicken Run on my list. But yeah.
But anyway, you're 6.
My 6, which you'll like and you'll probably dislike. I've got Mega Mind at number 6.
Okay.
And I had to really convince myself to put it up this high, but upon some thought, this movie did it well. The whole, the classic Game of Thrones subvert the expectations,
No,
and do it well, right?
the fact that Megamind does a better job at inverting a concept than Game of Thrones is funny as shit, dude.
In the year of our Lord, Mega Mind did it better, truthfully.
Yeah.
Not one of my favorite DreamWorks movies for sure, but I feel like I had to put it up here because it does that really well, and it's just a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's just really well done. So yeah, respect.
That's fair.
But I couldn't put it any higher
Yeah.
because the top 5 we're in like.
I'm kind of curious to see what your top 5 are to see how like.
You're probably not gonna agree.
I mean, probably not, but
we'll see.
Yeah.
The problem is, Michael, there's movies in there you don't know exist.
That's what I'm saying.
And there might be like 2. So we'll see. We'll see.
My 6 is Kung Fu Panda 2.
That's a good answer. Nice.
Basically, same reasons for like having or what I just said about like How to Train Your Dragon 2 being better than the first one. I mean, Kung Fu Panda 2 is just better. It's just in every conceivable way, and then plus the whole thing where it's like Po is cooler in the second one than he is in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But not that Tai Lung's not cool, but Shen is a vastly superior villain. Because Tai Lung's just like he's dope, like he's badass, but
Yeah.
he's just a big scary guy. Like there's not a lot
He doesn't
there.
have like the psychological
Yeah,
shit going on.
like he does, you know, it's like the fallen chosen one thing,
Yeah, I
but
guess
like,
kind of. But like, it's
it's
pretty small
very yeah,
factor.
it's a lot more like derivative than
He's just a big fucking strong. I mean, that's what you're scared of. You're not scared of anything else.
yeah.
You're
It's
scared of like
like
the narrative.
Tai Lung's the strongest guy there is. That's why they're in danger. That's it. There's nothing more to it than that. There's no
You see
like
how the door was chained up? Like that's a storytelling
yeah.
device.
Yeah. That's like the coolest scene in the entire franchise though.
It is,
When
man.
he escapes prison, ooh.
Oh my god, that's a top scene for sure.
1v1000, Tai Lung comes out unscratched.
Unscratched. While they're like hyping him up in
Yeah.
like the intro and stuff, and then
Yeah.
when he does that, it's like, oh fuck.
Yeah. like right after that when the bird gets back to the Jade Palace and Shifu's like, I could really use some good news right now. and, and the bird's just like
I don't know what his name is, but all I know is he's the Zazu of the Kung Fu Panda world, and that's all I know.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah.
good answer. Yeah.
All right, you're 5.
So 6. My 5, which now we're bringing the fans back, Michael. We pushed them away with Shrek at 9 or whatever I put it at 7. We give them back with Shrek 2 at number 5. Shrek 2. What an awesome sequel that deservedly catapults way up this list, in my opinion. But like so sick. Does the first movie just way better?
Yeah.
Like there's an actual like good. It's not just like funny crazy shit happening with Eddie Murphy and fucking Mike Myers just going back and forth. Basically, it's like now we have a story and now there's like characters and it's actually a good story.
Yeah, Shrek 1 is a lot more like slapstick humor. Like
It's almost like what are those movies like the old Monty Python? It's almost like that.
Yeah, kind
It's
of.
almost like Monty Python derivative.
Yeah.
But yeah, Shrek 2 doesn't just says we'll only do a little bit of that because, you know.
Yeah.
But they do a lot better
Yeah,
job.
Shrek
The
and
fucking soundtrack, awesome. Shrek 2.
The whole ending with like I Need a Hero. The whole thing.
The fucking gingerbread man.
The giant gingerbread. Yeah.
Oh, fucking fall into the music. Oh, so awesome. So awesome. Fairy Godmother kind of went off in that.
Yeah, Fairy Godmother's great
movie.
too. Just being a
just that
psychotic
song
bitch.
But yeah, also that, yeah.
Shrek 2 is also my 5.
All right. This is probably the last movie we'll have remotely in common, I think, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably for the top. Probably
maybe up until towards the top, but I doubt it.
There might be like one more that we agree on, or that
I think so.
or that we both have in the top 5. But
correct. I think so. Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so we agree on the Shreks.
Yeah.
which is very funny.
Yeah. I think Shrek 2 it falls into the same thing that we just talked about with Kung Fu Panda and with How to Train Your Dragon. It's like it's the first movie but better in like every conceivable way.
Wow. Speaking of way off topic, but it's pop culture, so I can bring it up. 22 Jump Street to 21 to 22 Jump Street, right? Same thing, but hold on, wait a second. Did you see they're making a sequel?
They're making another one?
And guess what it's called, Michael?
23 Jump Street.
No, it's called 24 Jump Street.
Sure.
And you just fucking know
why not?
That is just going to be a fourth wall break joke about 1,000,000 times in that fucking movie. Like, anyways.
Well, that was like
and they're calling it 24.
That's fun. That's actually funny. But it's kind of like they did that at the end of, I think, the second one. They had like the montage where it was like 23 Jump Street, 24 Jump Street, 25 Jump Street, 26. It kept going and going throughout the entire credits.
Oh, what if it just fit the narrative of the 24? What was it? Everyone go back. Watch
that 2-second clip at the end of the credits.
Yeah, I think they're just doing it for laughs. But yeah. All right. So
You're
Shrek
4.
2 we agreed on.
Yeah.
And this is probably where it stops for a little bit. I do think we'll have at least one commonality at the end of the list, towards the end of the list here. But number 4, I have what is my personal favorite movie on
Okay.
this list, but I don't think is like some masterpiece, so I can't put much higher. But it's gonna be Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas. And if there are more than like 5 to 10% of the people listening to this that recognize and like that movie, then you're objectively correct. That this movie is fucking awesome. This is another movie that just like is basically just a movie for adults, very thinly veiled as for kids,
Sure.
and it's just animated Jack Sparrow, by the way. So let's start there,
Nice.
and
Sounds
let's
good.
move and like replace um Keira Knightley with like the goddess of chaos, and you pretty much have the dynamic and replace, I don't know, whatever his first mate was. Um, replace him with like your common man from the city or whatever. Like the okay, I'm trying to cause too many parallels now, but you know the original, the fiance of Keira Knightley.
Oh,
That was
the commander
the
guy?
officer.
Yeah.
Yeah, the commander guy. So imagine the commander guy is like
Commodore Norrington. That's his name.
Commodore. That's right. He's a Commodore. Um, yeah. Imagine he's on. He's got like a more of a friend foe relationship with Jack Sparrow, and
Okay.
that's what we got going on. Pretty cool. Like, more mythological fucking shit. It's dope. Dope movie. Dope animation. A lot of very adult, not very, but like has a lot of adult themes in it. Good movie. One of my favorite DreamWorks, probably my favorite DreamWorks movie.
Solid. My
Frozen 3.
Okay. Yeah, I've never seen that either.
Yeah, I had it for reference. The reason I know about this movie is my parents had a DVD of it. I guess they bought a DVD maybe when we were kids or something, and we had an SUV, old like 2000 Lincoln Navigator that had a DVD thing in the
Yeah,
back.
yeah.
And the movies we watched the most like were Lion King, Sinbad, fucking Monsters Inc. Like just a lot of Treasure Planet, movies like that. And yeah, Sinbad. I don't think got a lot of critical reception, honestly, but banger.
Solid. Okay, yeah, my 4 is How to Train Your Dragon 2.
All right. Okay, we may have more commonalities towards the top than I thought. Okay, but
Yeah,
two's the best, huh?
my top 3 are they are just I think my top well, one of them I don't really think belongs in the top 3 objectively, but I just love it, so I'm like I don't care. But
Okay.
the other 2 100% belong in the top 3.
Okay, I think we may share 2 then.
And I just couldn't put like any of my How to Train Your Dragon or Kung Fu Panda or whatever above these ones. But yeah, How to Train Your Dragon 2 at 4.
At 4, okay. Okay. Well, we're in the podium now, and I'm going number 3. Fan favorite for sure. Although I'll be honest, I don't know how many fans would put it really much higher than this. We're going Road to El Dorado, folks. We're going Road to El Dorado. I know you've heard of that. I know you've
I have.
seen that movie.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
I don't know if
Okay.
I've seen it. I don't remember if
It
I
is.
have.
Oh, it's just awesome. It's awesome. It's like they're hunting for like some treasure, like Mayan or whatever Aztec treasure,
Sure.
and it's just like they're both con artists.
Mm.
It's a great dynamic. Again, like doesn't really feel like a kids movie, like a heist movie. It's Emperor. I would say it's like Emperor New Groove coded as well. But yeah, Road to El Dorado. Everyone just remembers the big booty South American woman
Yeah.
in that. So I'm sure we'll get some love for that. But yeah, number 3.
Yeah, my number 3 is The Wild Robot.
That's right. That's
That
right.
shit was a fucking banger.
I heard a lot of good things. I've not seen it, but I've
You should
definitely
watch
seen
it.
people. I have written it down. I have written it down. Believe it or not.
Yeah, I think I had that when that movie came out, whatever year that was. That was the best movie that came out that
You're
year,
right.
like including live action stuff. And
Yeah.
I think Dune 2 came out that year, and I would say
Yeah.
Wild Robot was better than Dune 2.
Yeah. Yeah. It's got extremely good reception. Little about Mark Hamill. Okay. Did not know that.
And if you think
Okay.
Dune 2 is better than the Wild Robot, you need to fucking stop glazing Dune.
A lot of Dune glazers. We're gonna piss off at definitely some
Look,
people.
I love Dune, man, but
I know,
like
which is crazy for you to say, but like in all honesty, there are Dune like slobbers, bro.
yeah, like Dune 2 is great, but it's not that great. Like
Yeah.
y'all got to
Well,
calm
people are
down.
saying it's like it deserves to be in like it's like a top 5 movie ever made.
Nope,
Need to calm the fuck down.
it's not even close. Dune
No,
2
I agree with that. Good
especially
movie, great movie, not that close.
yeah, especially if we start getting annoying and comparing it as like an adaptation because it's just like there's a lot of shit they changed and it's none of it is good.
I tried warning my friend. My friend, he's all because you have a colleague at work. He's not a friend. No offense, guy, but colleague at work, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm looking forward to Dune 3. I'm just gonna go. I'm actually gonna go and read all the Dune books." And I was like, "Oh, you should probably." I told him, I was like, "You should probably know that you might not like the movies as much."
Oh yeah.
Afterwards, he's like, "Oh well, I'm just gonna read them." I'm like, "Okay, well, hey." Not
Yeah.
my prerogative.
Be like, do it. I'll be like, I need more
He's gonna
people
do it.
on my team that fucking.
I'm gonna ask him. I have it like in my head, like, and I'm gonna ask him how it goes.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
think
considering
if
he's gonna
you've,
finish
I think the problem though is like if you've watched the first two Dune movies without having
and then
read
still
Dune,
reading.
then you're not gonna like be as
Well,
annoyed.
why not?
Obviously. Well, I mean that's just how it works. I mean it's like if you read a book,
Yeah, but
if
like
you read a
I
book
would
first.
feel like you would still have the comparison. So the
No,
comparison would
sure,
still be
sure.
the same.
You could still be like, oh, it's kind of weird. Like I don't like why they leave all this stuff out, but you won't be like, fuck you, that's wrong, as opposed to like the other way around. I feel like because
I suppose.
a lot of people intentionally watch movies or shows first and then read books so that they don't have the whole
Really?
I'm the book guy bias. Where it's like
Mm.
I intentionally
You
always
seek
read
out
books
that
first.
bias.
I want to be angry about it, so it's like
Mm. Which I kind of respect because I mean I usually prefer the original
yeah.
version, no matter what form first.
It's like, what am I gonna do? Be a fucking Dune larper who's only seen the movies?
Yeah, that is what it feels like. That is what it feels like. Now, a faithful enough adaptation. I mean, it maybe can blur the lines, but like,
Yeah.
there's only been a couple of those in human recorded history.
There's been one. It's Harry Potter.
I was gonna say Harry Potter
That
is
that's
my
it.
only immediate example. Like,
There's one.
watch the movies, and you're not missing really a lot from the
Yeah.
books. There's stuff you're missing for
Well,
sure, and
there's
we
a
could make a podcast episode, but it's
yeah.
not like
There's a
crazy.
lot of detail you're missing, but like the essence of what you need to feel is exactly the same.
Right, correct. There's tons of details you're missing,
Yeah.
but do they change the broad strokes of the story?
Right. And like Harry being less of like a fuckboy in the movies than he is in the books, it's kind of like obviously that's one of the main like not complaints necessarily, but comparisons you'll see about that franchise is people being like, "Oh, book Harry's cool as fuck," and
Yeah,
movie Harry was kind of like timid in a sense,
yeah,
not timid,
yeah.
but
That's just like I mean, but just like from a
reserved,
comparison standpoint.
reserved.
Yeah, yeah. He wasn't just like clapping fools
Yeah,
or like mouthing off as much
yeah,
as he
yeah,
was.
yeah. Like the whole the one scene in the sixth movie when oh my god
Yeah,
when Hermione is like so and so is trying to sneak you a love potion because she thinks you're the chosen one. And he's like, I am the chosen one. Like
yeah.
that energy is
So
only in the sixth movie. It's not in the
hilarious.
rest of the franchise, but it's in every single
Yeah,
book.
yeah. In the fifth, fourth, fifth, sixth books, particularly, there's a lot of
Yeah,
Harry
yeah,
Chad energy
yeah.
in those books because bro's like, wait, I'm kind of
Yeah.
I'm kind of the most popular kid in school. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm kind of fucking cool, man.
Especially once the fourth one happened and like Bo Battens and the others came in and like, you know, all the hot girls are like basically
Yeah,
clamoring to be his
fawning
date
over him. Yeah.
to the fucking ball and shit like that. And it's
He's
just
like,
he's
yeah,
just like, wait a minute. He's like,
math
am
here.
I the coolest guy in the world?
Why is Ron so pissed at me all the time? I wonder why.
But anyway, my 3 is Wild Robot. That's where we left off,
Okay.
I
Yeah,
think.
good, sir. I did not see it, so it by definition cannot make my list. I'm certain we share one of two here.
Okay.
Because number 2 for me is Puss in Boots. Number 2, The Last Wish, or whatever.
That belongs on the top 3, yeah.
Awesome fucking movie. I saw this in theater on a whim, on a date, because I was like, fine, fucking Puss in Boot, you know.
Yeah. Why not?
Sure. I'll be honest, the commercials were good enough to where I didn't say no when that was like, it's like, okay, yeah, that seems can't be that much of a waste of my time,
That's
you
surprising.
know. And wow, it was way better than I thought. Again, think of the movies that Michael and I have ticked off the list here. Like, to be up this high, holy fuck. You got to be a heavy hitter, and Puss Boots just does it the right way. Everything that we've said about like the previous movies, like doing a better sequel where it's a narrative and you're actually buying in, and they have characterization, and it's more than just one, main character usually. Yeah, Puss in Boots is like the perfect version of this. I think that DreamWorks has made so.
Especially because like the first Puss in Boots movie is so
Kind
nothing.
of a
It just
contrast.
does. It's just like it just exists.
It exists.
It's not terrible, but it's just kind of like okay, nobody remembers it. Like
it's a direct to fucking VHS, whatever. You know.
And I remember,
VHS
I remember when like the Last Wish first got announced, first had its first preview come out or whatever. I was like, how the fuck are they making a sequel to Puss in Boots? Like that movie didn't go anywhere.
Fair question. I feel like I remember us having that conversation briefly as well with the same.
Yeah, no, because I think I've said it before on here that I remember that's what I said. I thought it was surprising that you said the previews or whatever seemed good enough for you to want to go, because I remember watching the previews and being like, this is gonna be so bad, but I have to go see it. But like,
well, there was like one or two parts of one or two of those trailers that actually was like did not seem like a cash grab in my mind. But it's been a while, so I don't know. Maybe I'm remembering it too fondly.
Yeah, because I mean, I went into that movie like I knew it was gonna be bad. Like I was 100% sure.
You went in lower expectations than I just went in with like, this is probably just a waste of time, but like probably okay.
I was like, I'm gonna regret this 2 hours or however long the movie was afterwards. That's what I was going into that movie feeling like. And then 5 minutes in, I was like, I was fucking wrong. I was like, my bad, Puss in Boots.
Like, deep emotional themes and shit. Like, awesome.
My number 2 is Megamind.
Okay, yeah. I guess I hadn't heard it yet, so it had to be up there.
Which, it's a little high, but all the reasons you said, like why you had it on here, and then the superhero angle is always just gonna like get extra points from me anyway.
That's fair.
Like I can't help it.
Well done. Another one for the superhero fans.
Yeah, and the fact that it's like specifically in version of like the Lex versus Superman thing.
Right.
Like it's very obviously that, so it's like I like it.
It does a great job. And I think Megamind's I was gonna put it a lot lower, like towards 8 or 9, but like the more I thought about it, I was like, it really just does deserve the higher spot.
Yeah. I think I had it lower at first, and then I was like, I'm trying to appease the people. I don't give a fuck. I'm putting it higher.
Yeah. Because I do think a lot of people would disagree with that, but I also think a lot of people have not seen Megamind in a while and don't remember that it does its job a lot better than these other movies do their job, by and large.
Yeah.
But all right, number one. I I'm certain we don't align here. Uh,
No,
but
we don't.
but I will say I think I do capture. I bring everybody back at the end, Michael. I think I bring actually everybody back at the end for this movie because I actually think this is the right answer. And I only saw this movie just a year or two ago, so I was pretty late to the party too. It would not have made my list. The Prince of Egypt
Okay.
is probably the best DreamWorks. It is probably just objectively the best DreamWorks movie ever made. You get Hans Zimmer on the sticks. You get uh insane again like another DreamWorks movie where like the story is just extremely good. Now, okay, they were going off of some some cultural themes that were not too difficult to play off of, let's
Sure.
say, but um awesome story. Again, like a lot more mature than a kids movie. Touches on all the emotional shit. 20, 5, 4, I don't know, however many years before shit like Inside Out existed. No offense to Inside Out, but I'm just saying.
But yeah, I
Um,
mean,
I'm not no offense again. Just saying it. 1998, this movie fucking came out.
yeah.
It actually is the oldest one on my list, but part of the reason why I realized I hadn't seen it at least. But yeah, this is. I do think most people. I'm extremely confident that like 80% plus of DreamWorks people that would make a list like this would put Prince of
Sure.
Egypt in the top 3, and I would assume most would put it 1 or 2. I think if you were trying to be as objective as possible and not introduce bias, having seen it, I do think it deserves a spot. So it does all of that.
I have seen Prince of Egypt, but it's been 1,000 years. I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, it's yeah. It doesn't necessarily stick out as much as like a Shrek or a Road to El Dorado
Sure.
will. Um, but man, it is real good.
Yeah, I think that's like my issue when making this list, or not making the list necessarily, but looking through the DreamWorks stuff. I feel like a lot of these, for whatever reason, just seem to have fallen through the cracks as far as like
Crazy.
knowing about them when I was a kid or whatever. Like, I guess I was
Here's the Prince of Egypt because again, that came out with the year we were born. It,
still though. I mean,
hard for us to.
Toy
I
Story
had
came out in
now.
1993, and I've seen Toy
Yeah,
Story
but
a
that
thousand times. That's not a
yeah, but
great.
that shit was replaying X times a billion,
Sure.
and there's a
That's my
reason
point.
Prince of Egypt wasn't replaying a million times, and it was fucking just Shrek. It was like just Shrek and Shrek 2,
Yeah.
on TV. So there's reasons for all
That's what I'm
this
saying
stuff.
though. I just feel like a lot of the solo DreamWorks stuff got like lost amongst
Agreed.
the other DreamWorks,
Once
like the
they started focusing on their bigger shit,
yeah,
Kung Fu Panda, Shrek, How to Train Your Dragon, um, you're gonna forget. I mean, I think again, you go back far enough in terms of people our age and stuff. Like you're gonna get a lot of people that remember Spirit. You should get a lot of
sure,
people that may not like fondly or like put it on their list, but they'll remember Chicken Run exists. If you talk to enough people, they probably won't remember Sinbad. I don't know if anybody outside of me and my sister remembers Sinbad, but you're gonna get people that remember some of these. But you do. But if you miss them, you just have to fucking see. Like it's
right,
easy to miss
yeah.
them. I think.
I think also just I feel like when I was making my Disney list or whatever, I've seen every single one of those. Like when I was
Yeah.
looking through it, there's like 50 fucking animated Disney movies. Not a single one I don't recognize or like I've seen it before or
Well, I need
whatever.
the full list now.
So
Yeah.
like comparing it, I think there's more than that, but it was weird. It was just annoying because I was trying to look up a list and then I looked. It was like, oh, Disney animated movies, and it was like 45 movies on there. And then I got to the bottom and I was like, you left off like a bunch of the sequels, which like some of the sequels don't need to be on the list, like the second Aladdin, for
Okay.
example, because that's like a direct to DVD, whatever the fuck doesn't
Yeah.
count.
Oh,
But
that's
like,
fucking crazy. I forgot about Aladdin too, man.
yeah, like that doesn't fucking count. But like, it didn't have like Moana 2 wasn't on there, and it's like not that Moana 2 is good; it wouldn't have made the top 10. But like, why isn't
You
it
got
on the comprehensive list of all the Disney animated
a fair
movies?
question. That's a fair
Um,
question.
but anyway, my number one for DreamWorks is Puss in Boots: The Last Wish because
There it
that shit
is.
was fire.
Where it is, yeah. Good answer. And I think if you were to watch Prince of Egypt, you might have them in your top 1 and 2 too. But still, that's a correct for Puss in Boots, man. If anyone here, for some reason, went through life having never spoke to anybody who saw the movie, or went through life seeing the trailers, maybe thinking the same thing that you thought, like, what the fuck are they doing? The Shrek name is being dragged through the mud. Why are they even focusing on fucking, Puss in Boots? Like, he was
Yeah.
just like a 10-minute gag in those movies, and let it be known, it actually is a banger, and tell your friends.
Yeah. It's the best Shrek movie. Fight me. Like
Yes. Yeah, well, we all agree,
yeah,
clearly.
like
It is the best Shrek franchise movie. And it is not that close. It is not that close
it's
for
not
either.
it's not remotely
Let's all
close.
rank the Shrek movies equally.
The
Which
last wish absolutely dog walks all of Shrek. Like
if the last wish, if we're doing 1 to 10, and I'm just gonna just kind of eyeball it here. If we're gonna give Puss in Boots like a 9 or a 9.5 or something, then Shrek is Shrek 2 is maybe an 8, but maybe not, and then we're going from there.
yeah. I mean, good luck beating Death as a villain ever. Every other DreamWorks movie.
True.
Like
Valid. And they do it well, and they
yeah.
don't do it like some dumb shit. Like, I don't know.
I have never
But yeah.
been more glad in my life than when I was watching that movie and it got to the part, in the middle ish when Death is literally like, I'm Death, and he makes it clear that it's not a metaphor or like a symbol or whatever.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm actually Death. Like I'm, because it was clear that that was kind of the idea at first, right? From the second he first shows up as a bounty hunter, quote unquote, it's very obvious that that's the idea that they're going for because it's Puss's last life and so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
And then as the movie progresses, you get like the death metaphor becomes much more prevalent as the movie goes on. And I was like, please, for the love of God, just make it literally death because I don't want to see people reacting to this movie and trying to dissect whether or not it's literally death or whether it's a metaphor for death because those people are just
doing that.
no one did because in the movie they obviously directly state that I'm actually, oh my god, people still did that, Chase. There are some dumbass people on this earth where like they watched the movie. I've watched people now, maybe they're fucking faking it because some YouTube reactors fake shit. But
I'm sure some are, but even if there's one,
there are so many people that I've watched react to this movie where like Death says I'm literally Death, and like the next scene, one of them will be like, they'll say some dumb shit about like, oh, it's like a metaphor or whatever. I'm like, he literally just told you it's not a metaphor. Like he word for word said, I'm Death straight up, and I don't mean it metaphorically or rhetorically or whatever else. Like he had like 4 or 5 words that all rhymed with each other, and I'm just like, yeah. But anyway, when I was watching the movie, I was like, please let it actually be Death because that'd be so cool. First of all, and then second of all, it would eliminate, I thought, any discussion about whether or not he was literally Death because like I just didn't want to deal with it because I was like, I felt like the movie, even if they hadn't literally stated it word for word, was very clearly showing you that he was Death. So I was like, I just don't want to have to deal with people trying to break it down and be like, oh, it's a metaphor versus it's real or not. Like the whole thing with like how Stranger Things ended with the ambiguous ending with 11 where it's like,
sure,
it's like, is she dead? Is she not dead? Who knows? We won't fucking tell you because we want to be different.
Right.
But it's anyway. I'm just glad that they specifically were like, no, he's Death, bro. But somehow people are still dumb and some people still debate it, and I'm just like, okay. It's like talking to a flat earther. It's like, the fuck is wrong with you, bro?
Yeah. I mean, there's people like that. There's people that'll like die on the hill that I hesitate to even bring this up with the people that could be unearthed like cockroaches, but like Inception, they think it could be a dream.
God, it's not a fucking dream, bro.
It's not not a dream.
It's not a dream. Because that doesn't make any fucking sense.
It's also not ambiguous, and it's also like the totem is his wedding ring.
Yeah, it's like it doesn't work that way. They explicitly explain in the movie you can't use
the movie
like
that where they
and
went
not
out of their way,
and not even just one line. They explain the totem thing like 5 different scenes. And then on top of explaining the totems, they also then go out of their way to be like, his totem is not the fucking top. Like after they've explained the totems, they go out of their way to be like, that's not yours. It doesn't work that way. And then Joseph Gordon-Levitt explains it very clearly. He's like, you can't use my fucking loaded die because it won't work for you.
Right. They slap you in the face with it twice, and people still think looking at the top at the end matters at all.
Dumbass people, bro. It would also just be such like a, not that it couldn't have a dark ending, but it'd be so fucked up if it was a dream. Like let the man go home, bro.
It's just him thinking he's gonna go back to his kids, and he wakes up again. Like what the fuck, man?
Or he's just trapped in whatever like they called the deepest level, purgatory forever.
Purgatory, but like
but whatever, it was something like that.
It was basically purgatory. He woke up on the shore of his own subconscious. That's all. That's right, the line I remember.
Yeah.
It's not that. That's not where he is, because they do call it something specific. But
they do.
That line.
They might have called it purgatory.
It wasn't if I say it, you'd know.
Yeah, I don't remember. But yeah, no.
Limbo.
That's right.
They're in limbo.
That's the same thing.
It really is, but like it's kind of surprising that a movie would use limbo as the term. But anyways, the movie's called Inception. There's really nothing to.
Yeah. That movie's great though.
Oh yeah, awesome movie.
I'll tell you what though, I am worried about the Odyssey being good. I'm concerned.
It comes out soon, man.
It does.
We're gonna know soon.
I'm worried.
Is it July?
Yeah, it's like July 17th or something like that.
It's coming, man. I'm excited. I'll be honest. The trailers do not have me worried.
No, the trailers look good, but it's just all the stupid shit people have been posting on Twitter or whatever, talking about like casting controversies and
casting controversies?
Nothing.
Man?
I mean, well, the big one that everyone was really fucking mad about is Lupita Nyong'o is playing Helen of Troy.
Oh, okay.
Which is not what Helen looks like at all. The girl from Black Panther.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's not the traditional Helen of Troy.
Yeah, that's not Helen of Troy, but it's like so it's stuff like that. There's been a lot of like little things like that people are like.
Nobody will care.
No, I mean it's also like, I'm like that doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm like that really doesn't matter. But it's there's like, lots of stuff like that people are like, maybe it'll be deeper than that as far as like changing shit for no reason. But
I mean, I think if all you do is change, if you make different casting decisions and it's not like stupid as fuck and the movie just plays out the same, there's like literally nothing wrong with that.
No, yeah. It was just people being like, if they changed that, then maybe they changed things that matter type, line of reasoning. It's like, if you're willing.
All fucking come to conclusions, man.
Yeah, which is dumb, but it's still just like, I need everyone to stop talking about the movie until it comes out, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah, for real.
Okay. Do you want to try to do like the like top 10 Disney things real quick?
Ooh,
I also have
working on it.
I also have the top 5 like favorite video games of all time. I don't know if you have that ready.
It'll be easier to do Disney at that rate because I haven't really committed a lot of time to thinking of it. I could probably spit some video game bars. I could look at the PlayStation thing, but I at least have like some structure to the Disney list here.
Okay. We'll do the Disney one first then. The video game one is less of like a ranking them based on objectivity as opposed to like just favorites, like top 5 favorite. Okay. It's not, yeah.
Okay, that's
we'll do Disney first because we're on that vein anyway.
Oh man,
my Disney list is gonna piss a lot of people off.
Oh, because all the recent stuff.
I actually I don't know. Like, we'll see. We'll get into it.
Because I'll be honest, yeah, I'm gonna have this similar situation of my last of the last list. I think
I think my 10 is gonna be like what I have is my number 10 slot is really high. I think for a lot of people probably.
as your 10,
Yeah, like the fact that my 10 beat out a bunch of
like the
other
list.
stuff.
Okay, yeah, I'll be
I don't think
interested to
people will
hear that.
agree with it, but I think everything else on here is the order I have them in might be a little bit off for some people, but I think my like 1 through 9 all make sense.
Okay, I mean, oh, so you just think the 10?
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna have to like think about this list as I'm doing it. I
You
think I have the 10 movies.
okay. You
I
want me
think
to
I have the
like
10 movies.
you want me to just do mine while you like figure out your order and then you can do
Let's just
yours?
start with your 10 and see if I can nail
Okay,
down
okay.
a 10. We'll go from there,
All
and
right,
if
all
you have
right.
to do your whole list, we'll do that.
All right. All right, my 10 is Big Hero 6.
Okay, good answer. Good answer.
Part of me kind of wanted to put it higher, but like it's really good and I do like to rewatch that movie from time to time, but like it's not that I could. There's just so much. The things, the rest of the list, I just couldn't put it
Hmm.
higher. I was like, even the superhero element isn't enough for this movie to get higher than this.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
But
That's fair.
it's so great though.
I mean, yeah, it's a bad. I think a lot of people would have a soft spot for that movie.
Yeah. There are just some like I do have like quite a few classics on my list, but there are also
Mhm.
some that are not on my list that I feel like people would be like, "Fuck you, bro." But we'll see, I guess.
Oh man. Oh man. Let me swap one here. Swap this with this, and this makes more sense. Okay. Well, I got my 10. My 10's easy
Okay.
ish. I'm gonna go ahead and put Tarzan at number 10.
Okay.
Definitely not my favorite Disney movie, and we're gonna get a lot of classics here in my list with with I think some notable deviations, some very notable deviations that are probably maybe not on anybody's list, but perhaps belong there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Tarzan, great movie, great soundtrack. Soundtrack always adds points for me, and that's a classic. You got Phil Collins. Um, but yeah, but not as memorable as these other movies is the main reason it's not higher for me. And basic story, I mean, it's
Yeah.
Tarzan, but
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, if I had an 11, I think I would try to squeeze Peter Pan in there. I really can't, and it's gonna be my honorable mention because that was another movie I watched a lot of was that old Peter
Yeah. Yeah.
Pan,
Yeah.
Captain Hook,
Yeah.
fucking Wendy and all that. Oh, so good,
It's great.
very nostalgic, but does not hold up extremely well. Whereas like a lot of these anime movies still hold up pretty well. The animation does not in Peter Pan. It's like from like the 60s or 50s or something. So
It's 53.
53.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, old movie, but fun story. Very stupid story for being honest too. Peter Pan. I hate to say it, but I can say it because I like the movie. But yeah, honorable mention.
I think that might be like the second movie they did after Cinderella or something like
When I
that.
looked up the movies, I looked them up in chronological order, and it was way up there, way
Yeah.
early.
It's like I think it was like Cinderella, Snow White, and Peter Pan were the first three, and it was
It was
like
within their first like 3 to 5 movies,
yeah,
100%.
it was like and that was like 1948 might have been Snow White, and then like
Mm-hmm. Sleeping Beauty.
1951 might have been. I think Sleeping Beauty was after Peter Pan, but
Yeah, yeah, no, it was.
I
It
think
was.
Snow White was 48, and then Cinderella was like 51, and then Peter Pan was 53 or something like that.
Yeah.
That was like their first three.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's right. I think Sleeping Beauty might actually come a little bit later, um, but yeah, is Lady and the Tramp was 1955. Okay, but that wasn't like perfect order. It's skipping around here. Wait, I had it. Yeah, Lady and the Tramp 1955. Sleeping Beauty was 1959.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so all after those movies.
I will
Anyways,
even though you just said like the Peter Pan animation doesn't hold up as much, I will say though it's kind of impressive how much even though even Peter Pan included, but like uh those first 5 or 6 Disney movies. Don't like if you watch them, you don't like default to thinking, oh, this was made in 1950. Like that is not where
Correct.
your
You
brain is.
definitely don't think that.
Yeah,
If you're watching, by the way, and yeah, so I should add some content. It only doesn't hold up because animation now is so good.
right.
If you asked me this list 10 years ago, then I would not have said. I don't think I would have said that Peter Pan does not hold up
Yeah, I mean, if
because
you
honestly, it's not that far removed from 10 years ago's animation.
right, yeah,
Um,
it's just yeah. If you watch Peter Pan and then you
it's ahead of its
watch
time.
like Zootopia, it just looks fucking
Right.
terrible by comparison.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah. Yeah. The very recent stuff has gotten very good. Um, and I mean, if you're Disney, of course, that you should expect that, but
yeah.
still.
All right, my 9 is The Little Mermaid.
Okay. Okay. Good answer. Little Mermaid did not make my list, but it was not far outside of like 11, 12.
Yeah, I was kind of on the fence about like my 9 and
The story
10,
got me.
and then I was just kind of like, I just couldn't. I was like, I have to put Little Mermaid in there. I could not do it.
Yeah.
The music
I
carries
would
aggressively hard for Little Mermaid, though. Like Little
very
Mermaid
true.
soundtrack
The
is
soundtrack is awesome.
Little Mermaid soundtrack is carrying that movie on its back.
Yeah. Very, very good soundtrack. Yeah. That shit bangs. All right. Well, I've got number 9 for me is gonna be yeah, it's gonna be Beauty and the Beast. It's gonna be Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
Gotta love Beauty and the Beast. I am, of course, referring to this is the animated version.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
the
yeah.
first is, but um, yeah, great story. Also, great soundtrack. A little, a little cheesy, or not really cheesy, but just like a little predictable, I guess, if that's the worst that you could say about it. But I mean, great movie. Um,
I think we could say all Disney movies are predictable, though. I mean, that's not like a that's
Fair,
not a
actually, yeah,
great argument.
that's very true. Yeah, maybe just compared to other Disney movies, just felt like extremely linear. But yeah, I love Beauty and the Beast. It belongs up here. It's better than Tarzan. There's a million good Disney movies, but this definitely belongs up there. Um, and yeah, maybe a tiny bit of inversion of a like basically. I mean, it's basically like Ugly Duckling, I guess.
Sure. I mean, yeah,
But
it's the beauty's on the inside argument in a
yeah,
movie. Like,
which is common. They do it extremely well. Maybe the best example of this,
yeah, I mean, it's like,
or at least they did it first correctly.
yeah, yeah, it's like the originator of that, basically. I mean, not literally, but as far as
But close enough, basically.
modern storytelling is concerned, that's probably the first
Right,
real commonly known instance of that.
and extremely well done.
Yeah. My number 8 is Peter Pan.
Okay, nice. Wait, mad respect, dog. Mad respect. Okay,
Peter
okay.
Pan's so fucking good, bro.
Is man, I'm glad you agree. And this is, I said it before, but this is another movie I've watched like dozens of times. Um, so that's why I had to go out of my way and mention it's an honorable mention. But yeah, Peter Pan's awesome. All right, but yeah, with all these movies, it gets really tough. I think, these two are really close for me. Let me think. Which one? Okay, I'm gonna give my props to the more well-known movie, which means I will put this movie instead at number 8, Atlantis, The
Okay.
Lost Empire. Awesome movie. You know this.
Yes.
No?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You
No,
do.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Because this is another one of those movies that, like, at one off, same as DreamWorks, like, you could have missed this, a movie, but
I don't remember Atlantis super well. Like I haven't seen it a bunch of times, but I have definitely seen it. Like I remember, you know, flashes of it. And
again, another
I remember
movie.
it being good.
Yeah, animation style extremely good for the time as well. Really good story, great cast of characters. Um, really, really hard hitting as well. So yeah, just like sci-fi meets like you know like a heist dynamic basically.
Hmm.
Great movie. A lot of people would probably agree. I don't know if they put it. They probably put it similar on their list. Maybe a little bit higher, maybe a bit lower, but classic.
Yeah,
Definitely slept on.
I
I think I
think
can comfortably say slept on.
yeah. I think a lot of people would definitely have it in their top 10 for sure. Because, I mean, you see it gets glazed all the time on social
It
media.
does. It does. Now I think a lot. You're right. Now a lot. Yeah, I'm gonna put it number 8.
Nice, nice. My number 7 is Beauty and the Beast.
Okay, nice. Okay,
OG, obviously.
we're on similar wavelengths there. Okay, so Beauty Beach number 8.
I think that's probably, well, it's easily, I think, the best of all the classic Disney princess ones.
We agree on that. I think we agree on that. Yeah.
Like any Disney princess pre 2005, that's the best one by far.
Yeah. 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 We're in agreement there. Yeah, they just do it extremely well. Doesn't make it feel like she's completely helpless, like some sort of
Yeah,
whatever.
it's kind of like the opposite of kind of
It
like
is.
how Cinderella feels almost, where
Yeah.
Cinderella doesn't really do anything in the original movie.
No,
Like
a
the fair,
lot.
like she sits like yeah, no, I'm trying to give her credit, but she doesn't really do anything.
Dude,
Like the
what are
fairy
you
godmother bails her out, and then the prince bails her
Yeah.
out, and that's the whole movie. And it's
She
like,
whines. I remember some whining, Michael.
yeah,
Don't forget that.
and it's like, sure, whatever. She like went to,
She was abused.
she could have chosen not to go to the party and like stayed afraid or whatever. But and so like going to
Right.
the party, I guess she did that, but she wouldn't have been able to do that without the fairy godmother. So it's still just kind of like okay,
Yeah, a little had her handheld. Not the best for like if you're Disney wanting to paint a picture of like princesses strong.
yeah.
You know.
Which I mean,
Which let's be honest, they I think they over rotated on that one a little bit in the modern era.
yes, a little
I'm
bit.
not saying it's
Just
a bad thing,
un
but
poco.
they definitely overcorrected on that
Yeah.
with movies like
Frozen. Yeah, Frozen's
and,
Frozen's the one that did it.
but what was the one after that I'm thinking of that also
Oh
Moana as
yeah,
well. Moana as well.
she's not a princess. That doesn't count.
But like I think that if you're taking a picture of the princess,
I
you think
mean,
she's queen.
she was in the room with all the princesses in the Wreck-It Ralph movie, so like technically
Right.
whatever. But like,
That's canon basically.
yeah, she's not a fucking princess though.
Yeah, but she's not. This is true.
She says that word for word in the movie that she's not a princess.
There you go. Well, but she, yeah.
She's not though.
She's not. I mean, she's not. By definition, she's not a
But
princess.
they do actually.
By circumstance, she is princess-esque.
Yes,
for sure.
she fits the same like dynamic basically
Correct.
as
She fills the same hole.
yeah.
Even if it's not a princess.
It's not a princess hole.
Yeah, not a princess hole, but a princess-sized hole. Let's put it that way. She fits the same princess-sized hole, which should be small for the record. Don't ask me why I'm saying that, but
bro,
fits the small princess-sized hole. You were saying?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. It's just the princesses are all like 16 in these movies, so.
Oh yeah.
It's okay. We live in Georgia. It's allowed here.
Look, this is all metaphorical narrative devices I'm referring to. All right, calm down.
Oh my god, I forgot what I was. Oh no, it is funny though because it does fit your point though about like the whole Disney princesses being super powerful thing because Frozen and Moana specifically, both like especially the sequels for both like not that Elsa wasn't OP in the first movie but like in the sequels in the Frozen 2 and in
more screen time.
Yeah, in Frozen 2 and in Moana 2 though they both literally become gods like not like oh they're just really really powerful. It's like now Moana straight up got like a fucking sacred relic or whatever like Maui had and became a god, became immortal, and then Elsa also became like the fucking Avatar and master of all elements and became immortal. And it's like
yeah,
so it definitely is a thing at least in those two instances.
At least recently it does feel like let's actually do that now that like we can just do that with sequels and we're not gonna really
even like Princess and the Frog does it too where it's like
that's true.
She does get saved.
That was an early adopter though.
Yeah,
that was an early adopter of that
but because it's like she does technically get saved by Naveen in the sense of
Yeah,
like being brought out of poverty, but like the whole movie, she's rescuing him from Facilier. So it's
she puts
like,
the most work in, no
yeah,
doubt
yeah,
about that.
like the actual movie itself, like the plot of the movie, she's the one saving everybody, and Naveen's just kind of there. But
And I think that was kind of like a test movie for Disney. Like they kind of were putting their dipping the toes in the water with some different stuff with that movie. And I think for
that
the
movie
record,
was
even though I don't think it makes either of our lists,
no, it doesn't.
great movie,
I
great
I
movie.
almost wanted to put it on mine, but I couldn't do it.
If anything, if it deserves an honorable mention, it would be for what we just talked about, like kind of changing the trajectory of Disney a little bit,
Yeah,
for
kind of
sure.
like yeah, tonal generational shift or whatever.
Yeah, unironically, I think it contributed in a positive way, and it was like more successful than I bet Disney would have
Yeah, yeah,
been
yeah.
for
People
sure.
love that movie. I mean, like
Yeah,
rightly so.
agreed.
All right,
But
yeah.
we're in hallowed ground now. Top five or no? Top
No,
six.
yeah, we're at 6 now, I think.
Top six. Well, man, this is real tough. This is real tough. I think I'm gonna make a last minute switch here, but I think it's for the best.
Well,
We're
what
gonna go
did you give your 7 yet?
number number seven was Atlantis.
Oh, that's right.
Or
Yes, yeah, that makes
yeah.
sense, I think.
What? Okay, let me go back. So 10 was Tarzan.
Right.
9 was Beauty and the Beast. I think for me.
Yeah, I think so.
8. Wait, 8 might have been Atlantis for me.
That's what I was thinking because I was thinking
Yeah,
I
8 was Atlantis, and
okay.
what was your 8?
My 8 was Peter Pan, and then I did Beauty and the Beast, and then we went on a tirade about princesses.
Oh yeah. Agreed. Okay, so my 7. My 7 is. Ooh, I still think I'm gonna make a last minute change. We're going Aladdin.
Okay.
Aladdin, number 7. I really like Aladdin, and I'll be honest, I had a different movie that will come up shortly here. Um, and I swapped it down. But still, iconic movie. Robert Williams, obviously, like fucking kicked ass in that movie. But he does carry a lot of it, and it is like your actual typical Disney formula
Yeah.
for a Prince movie. Like if you want to talk about helplessness, Jasmine,
Jasmine
she
was
didn't do
screwed
shit.
without
Uh,
Aladdin.
yeah, she was fun. She was actually like in she probably would have been dead.
Yeah,
Let's be
no. Yeah,
honest.
she was
So she's in a bad way.
she was extremely fucked in that movie.
And Prince Ali, fabulous. He not the greatest guy to root for either. Although obviously he gets better as the movie progresses, but not even though he's like a beggar turned hero, Prince literally.
Yeah.
Man, it's kind of hard to root for at certain points, particularly as not a kid that is just like, oh, I also want slaves and elephants.
Yeah, yeah,
when
yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
when I get rich and become a prince, I also want these things. It's like, wait, what about world hunger? It's like, what? That's okay.
He
But
had
yeah,
things on his mind. He was thinking about
he
that.
did, and it was really just the one thing, maybe the 2 or 3 things at the most. But yeah, Aladdin can't go higher for those reasons, but it's still a great movie, obviously. Aladdin number 7, I think I'm saying.
Okay, yeah. My
Yeah,
6 is Zootopia.
Zootopia. Okay, good answer. Good
Zootopia is just a
answer.
fucking banger.
People love Zootopia, man. People glaze that
It's
movie.
so good. And I think it's one of like weirdly enough, it's one of the few Disney movies where the sequel is almost as good, if not exactly as good.
Mm.
Because
In the modern era, you mean?
I mean, ever. I mean, you're talking about Disney movies with sequels, like animated Disney movies.
Yeah,
Animated
I
Disney
guess
movies with
you're
sequels.
right.
Like, we need to run down the list. It's like even the ones
I guess you're right. Wait, where are there any good ones?
not
Fuck,
really.
none of them make my list.
Yeah, not really. I mean,
Yeah, I
Zootopia
guess you're
2
right.
doesn't make my list, but it's not because it's not
But it's
good.
still like respectable, yeah, for
Yeah.
a sequel.
And even
A lot of
some of
people
the
like the movie.
yeah, even some of the sequels that like I enjoyed but aren't very good. It's like in the modern age too. None of the sequels other than Zootopia have been great.
I got as a gift, and this is true. I don't know if I told you this actually, but I dated a fine woman for a couple of weeks, and she was a very kind individual. I have nothing bad to say about her on this recording. So, she was a gift giver. And lo and behold, I guess at one point she may have been at my location and seen that I was given as a gift as well, the Lion King soundtrack on record.
That's cool.
Very cool. Yeah, very cool. And I have a record player, so cool for that as well. And so she thought I liked she was correct in assuming I liked the Lion King. And so I got the following two gifts. And both of them are equally usable. Yeah, both of them get the same amount of use, but they have different values. One of them is Lion King on VHS. Now, I like the concept of owning Lion King on VHS, so I don't hate it as a gift. It's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I don't have a VHS player, but cool. Okay, Lion King on VHS.
It's like having a really old book or something. It's
right, or like having an old record, but not having a record player.
Yeah, it's like a historical artifact.
Yeah, it actually is at this point. A VHS certainly is. And then I also got Lion King 2.5 on DVD. Now, riddle me this. Riddle me this. I have multiple ways I could play a DVD. When the fuck am I going to watch Lion King? I'm sorry, I think that's just 1.5. 1.5. And it's not even that bad of a sequel in the Disney frame of things either, by the way. Really not. But, and I'm looking it up, it actually has okay reviews.
Yeah, but it hits that same...
Lion King 1.5,
yeah,
bro.
yeah. It hits that same like level of quality as like Wreck-It Ralph 2 or like the second Moana or whatever, where it's like it's not bad, but it's like, what are we doing?
It's the feeling of the original and is clearly not as good, but is not poorly done.
Yeah.
And I that being said, that might be the best Lion King sequel.
It's only 2, right?
There was 2, and then there was 1.5.
That's what I'm saying, like 2 movies though.
Oh, there was Lion King 3. No, there wasn't.
There's no fucking way, bro.
There was Lion King 2, and there's Lion King 1.5, which I think is in that order.
Yeah.
And Lion King 2 is not great.
Lion King 2 is bad.
It's not good. It's a little angsty.
Yeah. It's like Scar's kid or whatever being like an angsty little shit the whole movie.
Great.
And
Lion King 1.5 is at least enjoyable because it's just Timon and Pumbaa. It's like you can't really fuck that movie up, honestly.
I think
they're just such good characters, but
I think the last time we watched Lion King 2, we were fucking hammered because it was just.
I don't remember watching.
That's what I'm saying. I'm 100%. I feel like we definitely played a drinking game and we were fucking wasted watching Lion King 2, and it was just fucking ridiculous.
Oh my gosh! Oh, the names of the fucking Kiara and Kovu. Okay, yeah, let's not, man. Scar, by the way, Scar should not have had any children. I don't know who.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Homework on that one, but like, anyway, he would have had children creates a really big problem with the moral ethics, I think, of the Lion King story, because I don't think any of the lionesses would have consented in my Lion King story, but what do I know?
Apparently they did, though. Supposedly.
Got a kid, a son, maybe I think multiple children, and that was just the eldest. But anyways.
Who knows? I think we're on year 6 now, maybe.
Okay. My 6. Okay, so I said Aladdin, right?
Was that your 6?
Was my 7?
Okay, yeah. Aladdin was your 7.
So 6 is gonna be. It's gonna be Mulan. It's gonna be Mulan.
That belongs in the top 10.
But yeah, I agree. Belongs to the top 10. I think a lot of people would put this in their top 5. I think there's a lot of women that would put this in their top 3. I don't know. A lot of people would really like this movie. I like it as well. It's a great story. It's got, again, great soundtrack. Again, a little bit, again, where the female is actually like more than a competent protagonist, not, saving herself, saving others, etc., etc. Awesome.
That's also the first time that happened.
Yeah.
Not Princess and the Frog.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This is before
we were high when we said that. That doesn't count.
We were high. Yeah, and this is like way better too.
Yeah.
No offense.
Mulan's definitely better.
Obviously it doesn't make our list, but But yeah, Mulan, I think. Yeah, I still bank some of that soundtrack.
Yeah, Mulan's not in my top 10, but I knew it would be in yours.
Yeah, it almost was not, but it did squeeze in there. The rest I think are gonna maybe one or two surprises, but I think the rest will be pretty standard.
My 5 is Wreck-It Ralph.
Mm.
Fucking love that shit, bro.
Oh, I think a lot of fans would agree with you on this
The
one.
the speech, though, like I don't know if you remember the movie, like, or how well you remember it, but
Vaguely.
they do like it's like a spoof of AA that they're doing at the beginning of the movie. It's like the
Oh, really?
Bad Guys Anonymous thing, and they're all
Mm.
talking about how, like, obviously they're not evil outside of their programming, so to speak.
Right.
Like, they have to be bad guys
Yeah.
in the game, but like they're nice outside of the game or
Right.
whatever. And there's like a speech that they have, like their bad guy affirmation speech or whatever. And I can't remember, what it is word for word, but they say it at the beginning of the movie, and then there's at the end when Ralph thinks he's gonna die, when he's like going to destroy like the Mento Mountain to kill all the bugs and save everybody. He says the bad guy speech like while he's falling to his death. That shit literally gets me every time. Like, emotionally compromised every single time. It doesn't matter how many times I watch that movie. I love it.
I remember enjoying it a lot. It is one of those movies that, like you said with some of these others, are like, I know it's good. I saw it a long time ago. Haven't really seen it since.
Sure.
But yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with you. I think there's a ton of love for Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah.
I see it quoted all the time on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
You probably do as well.
Yeah. I mean, if I run into somebody who hasn't seen Wreck-It Ralph and I have the ability to make them watch it, I do it. Like, without, they'll be like, "Oh, you want to watch a movie or what?" Like a couple of weeks ago, my cousin was, and like, my aunt and uncle and cousin, whatever, grandparents were all here, and they were like, "Oh, let's put a movie on or whatever," and I was like, "You guys seen Wreck-It Ralph?" They were like, "Nope," and I was like, "Bet." It's like
that go-to for you, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I mean, it's good. I think it's good. All right, so that was your 5.
Yeah, that was my 5.
All right, more. I think that a lot of these are going to be fan favorites, but 5. I think we're going to be pretty similar on this one. Hercules.
I don't mean to disappoint you, but Hercules is not on my top 10.
What?
I don't really. Look. I've seen Hercules a couple times, and I do like Hercules, but I do not fuck with it like you do.
Wow. I mean, it's so good.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It is objectively very, very, very good, but I don't fuck with it like that.
I don't think I have to defend it a whole lot. I think a lot of people would put it very, very high in their list. I think a lot of people would put it like top 3, honestly. I see Hercules talked about a lot as well online. But I will say in defense of Hercules, like, weak main character, it suffers from that. But outside of that, it's Greek. It's got all the Greek shit that children crave. It's got a pretty good story, great villain. Hades is fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The way that they do the literal Hercules story is pretty solid. They had enough to go off of there. And just a ton of iconic. It's this high up mostly for the iconicness of it, for sure. All the quotes, all the lines. Again, a kids movie that has like a ton of adult humor and adult like viability. Rewatchability is like out of 10. I rewatched it, I think, last year, and I could really comfortably put it this high, but not higher.
Honestly, I think my issue with it is that they left out the part where he murders his whole family when he's cursed.
Well, I think they, I think they made an executive decision to only show him as a blumbering idiot that can't control his powers against buildings and not people. But there's a case for that.
It's like the only Greek story that ever had a happy ending, because it was a Disney version of a Greek story.
Actually, wait, yeah.
It's like it's kind of hilarious if you watch that movie and like that's your only context of like Greek
Of
mythology.
Hercules, the roof,
Yeah, we're like Greek
or any
mythology in general.
mythology.
You'd be like, oh, this is cool. Let me read more Greek mythology. It's like you don't want to do that, bro. They always die.
Yeah, yeah, dude. Read the Odyssey, the
Yeah,
Iliad.
yeah,
Your mind will be
yeah.
fucking blown.
It's like definitely don't read the actual Hercules myth. That
Yeah,
man does not get to live happily ever after with what's her face. That's not what happens. I promise.
true, true.
It's like he kind of like murders her by accident
Yep, yep.
and his children. And it's pretty fucked up.
It's. I mean, it's like many Greek stories. It's like there's a ton of that shit going on. Ton of horrific shit going on.
I think actually though, like one of the reasons I don't really like love it that much is because it's one of those things where I don't think I watched Hercules when I was super young. I think I watched it
Okay.
like a little bit later, like probably middle school, and by that point we
Mm.
had already been introduced to a bunch of other like Percy Jackson was obviously the
Like
big one
Greek
at that
stuff.
time, but
Yeah.
a lot of other Greek stuff, and Percy Jackson was the big stuff. So it was kind of like if I'm gonna like consume Greek mythology pop culture, it's not gonna be that.
It's not gonna be through. It's gonna be through the lens of Percy Jackson instead of
Yeah,
Hercules,
it's gonna be Percy Jackson or like actual Greek mythology or whatever. Like,
which at least definitely put its best foot forward to try to be accurate. Percy Jackson.
yeah,
Or Hercules, I mean, they threw some character names in there. They did some good set pieces, but
yeah, it's
you
not.
know
It's
they
decent,
took some liberty,
but it's kind of like
watered down a little bit.
yeah, it's kind of like I don't know if you've ever seen like the Descendants movies,
I have not.
but it's kind of like watching those where they it's a very very Disneyified toning down of like the concepts of evil. Obviously, because obviously like, but I wouldn't even say obviously Disney always does that because Disney does show some
They pick
pretty
and
messed up
choose, man.
stuff.
They pick
But
and choose. I don't know why or how or what their justification is, but
like Descendants, their whole thing is just like, oh, like they try to hype up Maleficent in those movies as being, like what Maleficent's supposed to be, like just Mistress of Evil, like the most terrifying Disney villain in their whole universe or whatever. But she's just kind of like slightly mean, and it's stuff like that where it's like if like the concept is cool, like because the concept is it's like the children of like some of the greatest villains
yeah,
doing stuff,
it's cool.
and the concept of them like struggling with good and evil or whatever is like that could be really awesome, but because it's held back by like, oh, it has to be like a 6-year-old's idea of what evil is, which is just being
Right.
kind of mean to people, and it's like
Yeah.
it's not actually scary or evil or like
Right.
badass or
They don't
whatever.
fully explore it.
And that's kind of like how Hercules feels to me, where it's like
It is surface level.
it's
It is
good,
pretty surface
but
level.
it's very much like, okay, we're not gonna do any of that Greek stuff though, because that's all super dark and serious. And
Hades like threatens to kill mortals multiple times and doesn't do it. And let's be honest,
yeah,
they wouldn't get the first threat.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Or if
And
they,
if you wanted to like kidnap Megan, or I think that's her name,
Megara,
Megara, Meg. I call her Meg. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
If you wanted to kidnap Meg and like win against Hercules, like he could have, and he just didn't.
Yeah,
basically. Or he just like lets himself be beaten, essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's you take examples from like Greek myths, like oh my god, I'm gonna blank on this right now. Whatever. Oh my god.
Anything can give me anything here.
The one, oh my god,
Orpheus.
Orpheus. That's right. Orpheus and Eurydice.
All right,
That's right.
let's go.
You knew what I wanted to say. So
I can feel the brain waves.
but it just works. It's the same thing. It's Hades. It's Hades fucking with people, and it's like the whole thing where it's like if you can you can take her back and she can be alive again, but if you turn around to check, then she instantly dies and you're both stuck here forever. And it's like that's what Hades would actually do. And obviously Hades knows that you're gonna fail because you're just a human.
Right.
Which is the whole fucking point of the myth.
Which is the whole advantage that he has the whole time.
Yeah.
But
whereas obviously Hercules is not a human, but like he's human enough that Hades
human coded.
Yeah, Hades should easily be able to outwit him in that sense.
And he gets his ass wiped in that.
Yeah, exactly.
like intellectually too,
Yeah,
which
yeah, yeah.
is kind of
Like Hades is
wild.
dumb in that movie, and it's kind of funny. But
Yeah,
but anyway, that was your five, right?
that was my
All
five.
right,
Yep.
solid, solid. My four kind of feels like a sleeper a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we'll
Okay,
see.
okay.
But Meet the
Uh-oh, it
Robinses.
might be. Oh,
Meet the
I
Robinses
like
is
that.
my
That's a
four.
great answer.
That movie's fucking
I
great.
wow, wow. I might need to rewatch that movie, man. I might. That's the wow. I mean, that's kind of a superhero movie too, is it not? Am I
No,
crazy
no,
to say
it's
that?
just time travel stuff.
Okay.
I mean, it's got
Oh yeah. It's just time.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
that's
time
right. It's just
travel.
the timeline. That's right.
It's just Back
I'm
to
an
the
idiot.
Future, but Disney.
Dude, another movie that I watched a lot of. I watched over and over as a kid. Most not because we owned it, because it was on TV a lot. It was on one of those channels a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
I had to see it on TV at least like 10 times. But I agree that this movie is slept on, and you're totally valid. This movie did not even cross my mind. And I like this movie, and I agree with everything you're saying. It didn't even cross my mind.
It didn't cross my mind at first, and like as I was scrolling through the list of Disney movies and I saw it, I was like,
It's a
"Oh
Disney movie.
shit!" I was like,
Oh my god,
"That's,"
it is a Disney
I,
movie, man.
I was like, that's
Was
definitely
this
going on the
direct
list."
to TV?
No, no, that was in theaters and stuff. I'm pretty
Okay,
sure.
okay. Because like, yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, you're right. You're right. It did go to theaters. Barely made money, but cost 150 million to make, made 170. Adam West was in this. Damn, that might be the only name I recognize. Tom Selleck was in this too, man.
Yeah,
Two old names that maybe the people listening probably don't even know either of those names. Okay, they should know Adam West,
yeah. Everybody knows Adam West,
but Tom Selleck is like an old fucking dude. I barely remember that name. Angela Bassett. Okay, that actually that sounds familiar as well. Anyways, yeah, that's a sleeper. No, that's actually really that's a good call out actually. Bowler hat guy.
bowler hat guy, Goob.
I just remember that being so interesting. The mysteriousness around that was actually kind of
I
cool.
also I love like the part of the movie uh when Goob bowler hat guy gets he
Goob.
takes the time machine and like actually is able to rewrite history, and then it's like the super creepy version of the future where they're all like mind
Oh
controlled and
yeah.
stuff. That whole sequence, I remember that was like super creepy
Oh,
when I first saw it, but I also was like, this is the best. I was like, I
dude,
love
you
this.
changed one guy catching a fucking home or catching a fly
That's
ball,
right, yeah.
right? And it oh, I remember, and the in the future was real fucking crazy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm thinking it was like crazy, because it had that shit in it, that sci-fi shit in it. That was really just the future. Yeah, that no, that's a good one. That's a good pull, as they say.
All right. Year four.
I think I do think, as much as I hate to like, I think I have a better movie here. Not a better pull though. I think my
Sure.
movie after this is a better pull, but Emperor's New Groove, baby.
Okay.
You gotta
I knew
throw
that was
that
gonna be
up
on yours
there.
too.
This, I think, again, and I've said it before, but I do think this will be in most people's top fives. Maybe top threes. I do think a lot of people glaze this movie. I see it quoted a lot, but um, oh my god, the comedic writing in this movie is kind of fucking crazy. Again, another movie that just feels like it was written for adults. Honestly, like the actual whole script,
Yeah.
minus like a couple lines from Kronk, I suppose. But um, awesome, awesome movie, iconic as fuck, very quotable, and good enough story. It's just like a nice ride from start to finish. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, that's not in my top 10 either.
And that's blasphemy.
I think I've only seen that movie like once, if I'm being totally honest.
And that is a disservice to yourself. You gotta rewatch Emperor's New Groove. You find yourself with 90 minutes or whatever. My God, what a banger! And it's all, and Michael, these next three movies, and the people should know this as well. Emperor's New Groove is awesome. I love Emperor's New Groove. These next three movies are unbelievably near and dear to my heart. And it hurts me. It causes me physical and psychological pain to even have to rank them. And Emperor's New Groove is basically in that as well. But I had to put it at 4. It hurts me to put it at 4. It feels like it's not a 4 out of 10. It could easily be a 2 or a 1, but it has to be because these next three movies are the next three. I'm just gonna say the next three movies are peak. They are peak, and I don't use that word lightly.
I think we'll probably match on 2 of them, but I don't know about 1.
If we match on 2,
I think we will.
That's awesome.
I think we will.
Okay, wow.
I don't think
match on 3.
I don't think the positioning will match, but the them being in the top 3, I think will match.
Yeah. Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
My number 3, I know they're not going to match because of what I'm about to say. My number 3 is Lion King.
Oh, you cut out.
My number 3 is Lion King.
Completely. Okay. Yeah. That's where I thought you were going once you said that.
Yeah.
I almost actually put Lion King a little lower as well, but I did not have it that low.
Yeah. I almost put Lion King lower than that, and then I was like, I'm not going to try to be different. I was like, Lion King is number 3.
There's no need to get crazy here. Yeah, I don't think you have to protect that one. I also don't think most people would put Lion King. Not everyone would put it in their top 3. I don't think. I think everyone would have it in their top 5. I don't think everyone would have it in their top 3.
Well, they're wrong.
Even if I think they're wrong.
they're definitely wrong.
They're wrong, but I think with recency bias, I think Frozen makes a lot of top 3.
If Frozen makes anybody's top 5, they need to be hanged for not understanding movies. Look,
from what I see on the internet, Frozen is a lot of people's 1 or 2.
Everybody, I also included in this. Everybody drank the Kool-Aid when Frozen first came out, and like I remember saying, something to the effect of like that was like the best Disney movie ever when it first came out.
Sure. Now
it's just not true. It's just not true. Like you rewatch Frozen.
That shit too.
You rewatch Frozen like 5-6 times. It's like it's not that it's still really great, but it's not. It's not top 5. It's not. It might be top 10. It might be top 10, but it's not top 5.
I can live with top 10. I can't live with anything higher than that.
Yeah,
personally.
it's just like was it?
I think a lot of people would argue with top 3.
Yeah, and those people are fucking crazy. Like
yeah.
Yeah, and it's not that I don't like strong women, okay? I like Elsa being a god and like fucking destroying the whole fucking kingdom. That's the best. I love that shit. It's like awesome. But it's not it's just not the best. It's just not.
It's not the best. It's going against an unbelievably tough competition.
Elsa basically being a superhero is fucking great. But like that doesn't make the movie the best movie out of all of Disney's movies.
Correct. You need to do more than that. Disney's too good. You gotta do better than that.
But anyway, you're 3? Yeah, you're 3.
Oh, like I said, this is I mean, it feels like Sophie's choice here. Number 3, I am going to put Brother Bear.
Okay.
Brother Bear, I think I would get some love from the audience. At least I remember bringing it up with a previous colleague of mine. So I know I'm not completely on an island here. I've probably seen this movie like 150 times. But man, emotionally deep, unbelievable story, insane soundtrack, sensing a theme here. This is what I value the most in movies, all of those things for the most part. Does everything better. Everything that the previous movies does it just a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
And I think compared to Emperor's New Groove, like Emperor's New Groove carried a lot with the comedy, and the story was pretty good, but like didn't have to be like that great. At the end of the day, you're just kind of along for the ride. Like I said, Brother Bear, really hard hitting story, multiple levels, really good, really multiple characterization. They do a great job there. And like I said, unbelievable soundtrack, still holds up unbelievably well. I think it's also safe to say this movie slept on in the Disney catalog, just based on what I've heard. Um, this would be like in terms of my favorite, and we're going like I think this list for both of us is more objective. But if we're going favorite, I would say that's like one or two. Brother Bear is for me. Um, but yeah, I got to put it number 3.
Solid.
But I would say extremely close to a 10 out of 10, if not a 10 out of 10, as are the rest of my movies. But that's the bronze.
Nice, nice, nice. Brother Bear is not in my top anything.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be.
I
But
don't
that's
I
okay.
don't think I've seen that nearly enough, and regardless of like how good it is.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I did used to watch that quite a bit when I was younger, though. I do remember that.
It's good, man. I love it. Like I said, one or two on my favorite list for sure.
My number 2 is Lilo and Stitch.
Mmm, that's good.
Because
That's a good answer.
it's crazy because I hadn't seen Lilo and Stitch for a really long time, you know. And then I think back when I was doing like when I rewatched all the Pixar movies, I also went back and rewatched a handful of Disney movies, and that was one of them because I was like, I haven't seen Lilo and Stitch in like 10 years, and
Mm.
I guess I must have seen a clip or something where someone was talking about how it was like the best Disney movie ever, basically,
Mm.
and I was like, all right, I'll go rewatch it just to see if you're right or if I'm just forgetting. And after I watched it, I was like, yeah, this is the best. I was like, this is better than almost. I
Damn.
was like, this is definitely better than almost everything. I don't know what.
Wow. I might need to rewatch it then.
Yeah, there's very few that I would even consider putting above it. One
I just have a very vague memory of
specifically.
it. I would say it's similar
That
to Brother Bear. Feel like I
that
remember seeing it a couple times, but like didn't stick.
that was how I felt about it before I rewatched it. 3 years ago or whenever I rewatched it, and I was like, because I think the first, last time I had seen it at that point, I had to have been 10 or younger,
Oh yeah,
and so it had been 15 fucking years or some shit like that, and I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
okay, let me watch the movie, and I was like, yeah, no, this is definitely 10 out of 10 material right here.
Wow. Well, I might have to rewatch. I know a lot of people hold that movie extremely near and dear to their hearts. So I think many people would agree with you on that.
But yeah, that's my 2.
Solid. That is your 2. Well, we're in rare air here. Like I said, all these my top 3 are all basically just right next to each other. Um, oh, and up to this point, I was able to kind of put my list together and not really question it too much. I only switched like one or two things around. But now looking at my top 2 movies, um, I find myself with a very very difficult choice of what is my of what is the best. Oh man. Let me commit to this. What is number 2 and what is number 1? What is number 2 and what is number 1?
It's kind of funny because for me, my 1, 2, 3 was super easy. I banged those out immediately. I was like 1, 2, 3, and then the rest of it, I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to think about this.
I mean like that's what it was for me too. Like my top 4 was immediate. The order of the top 2 and 3 are a little bit difficult. Um, I'm gonna go with. Oh, it feels so tough. I will say, number 2, number 2 movie. Let me think about it one more time. Let me lock in the final answer here. Number 2 versus number 1. I think on a complete basis. Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna go with what I originally had on my list, which was number 2, Treasure Planet. Treasure Planet,
Solid.
just my favorite Disney movie. I can say that easily. Um, awesome movie. I think it was slept on for a long time, but I do think people have a little bit more of an awareness of it now. Um, but yeah, this kind of went. This was just kind of like a transition movie for Disney.
Yeah.
So it definitely fell through the cracks. Didn't have like a massive budget, but in terms of visuals, again, holds up extremely well. My favorite story, and I think the best done story that Disney has ever done. My favorite movie, I mean, my number one movie, I'll talk about in a second. But I don't think the story is done as good as Treasure Planet is done. And it has a lot more emotional impact.
Mm.
I think objectively, it doesn't have the benefit of all the strengths that the other movie I'll talk about has. But Treasure Planet, I've seen again another movie I've probably seen 50 to 100 times. Sick soundtrack, awesome soundtrack. Again, multiple characters that have arcs and they do a great job with the story. But yeah, Treasure Planet, super cool sci-fi setting. They do a really good job of that. Awesome movie, classic like mother son type of movie, father son kind of movie as well. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Treasure Planet easily could be number one, especially given how hard I was thinking about it. But I'm gonna say that would be my number one favorite movie, and I'm gonna be more objective with this list.
Okay. My number one is Tangled.
Okay, that makes sense.
Tangled's the
That
fucking
makes sense.
best.
That's right, and I knew that, but somehow I forgot.
And
I
I
was looking
think,
at the list, and I was like, "Oh, Tangled."
yeah, I think a lot of people would agree with me about Tangled. Because I
Yeah,
see
I
people
hear
talk
a
about
ton
that
of
all
people
the
would.
time.
Yeah, I see a lot of fucking gifs from Tangled.
Tangled,
Um,
Tangled is by far the best princess one.
I,
It,
I I think I could probably agree with you on that. Are we saying Mulan's not a princess one?
Mulan's a princess. Yeah.
Yeah, then I disagree.
Tangled's number one.
But Tangled, okay, for if we want to talk about Tangled was a little bit more enjoyable to watch for that um, for her as a character and how she was going about it. It was more of a fun movie in that respect.
I just think I think like the twist of how because I don't honestly I don't even think anybody remembers like what the point of Rapunzel having long hair originally was like in the actual fairy tale
I do like that.
because of how they changed it in the Entangled with like the healing magic and all that stuff and then so I think that was also just really compelling to begin with. But yeah, I mean it's just I think everything that they did with changing or making like I don't know making the fairy tale setup make more sense I guess works really well. And then I don't know, just the dynamic between Rapunzel and Flynn is super fucking good.
That I think is what really
And
carries the
Mother
movie.
Gothel's also a great villain in that movie.
True, true. I do like her as a villain. That's valid. But yeah, their dynamic is every Pinterest girl's dream or something. I don't know. There's something there. But it's also just very good. Like
Yeah.
I'm not even making fun of it. It's just also just like very they do the romance thing a lot better than like Tarzan, let's say.
Yeah.
Um and Aladdin, let's say,
Yeah.
as well. It's a lot. It's probably the most natural romance. Beauty and the Beast, I'll throw that in there as well. Like it's much more natural than all those movies I just mentioned.
Yeah. And then even just like the way that they do a lot of the humor in that movie with like especially like the running gags, like the using the fucking skillet as a weapon thing.
I do love
10 out
running
of 10
gags,
comedy.
and they do some great ones in that movie. Yeah.
the rivalry between Maximus and Flynn, like the horse and Flynn, like
Oh
how they hate
yeah,
each other the whole time.
that was pretty
The
good.
gecko thing, just messing with everybody the whole. Yeah, I don't know. It's just great.
Mm. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, yeah.
Even
Tangled's great, and I think you're right. I think a lot of people would agree with you that it's in their top three, and I think it's number one for a good chunk of people, honestly, or a lot of people from our era, like your
yeah,
Gen Z millennial
yeah.
overlap era.
Plus, even like the ending, even though like you're watching a Disney movie and movie came out, we
And you
were.
know how it's gonna
It's like I know that like even the end where it's the fake out
it's gonna
death
work
for
out
Flynn or
somehow.
whatever, and it's just like I know he's not actually gonna die, but it's still
It took some balls to do that at
it
least
does a
a
good
little.
it does a good job of even someone even like as a grown up person watching it, you're
Right.
not like it doesn't take
You
you out
don't
of the
immediately
moment.
think. Right. Right. It's not immediately. It's not like if it were to happen in certain superhero
Right. What
movies.
any superhero movie, honestly, like
Basically the
whenever
same
they
thing.
do that, it's like that's bullshit. I know you're not gonna die like that. It's like you have to die in battle. You can't die like peacefully on the
This way.
ground. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't work that way. It's just not the. It's just
Right.
not the
Right.
rule. Those aren't the rules of superhero storytelling. Whereas like when it happens in Tangled and he gets stabbed and he dies and it's just like they give it a few
Wait, I
seconds. It's
could
like
be.
maybe he'll be dead. It's like I'm pretty sure he won't, but he might
Yeah,
be.
I feel like that might go kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do a great job.
And then they're like, just kidding. Her tears can heal him as well. And it's just like, okay, that's what I thought. But you
Yeah.
almost had me. Yeah,
Almost like a reverse Romeo and Juliet type of
yeah,
situation.
kind
Yeah.
of. Yeah, it's like you had us in the first half, but
Instead of killing myself, I'm just gonna bring you to life. Why didn't fucking Juliet just do that, man? What the fuck?
I don't.
Or
I don't
Romeo?
think. I don't think they had
Get
magic
one
in that
order.
story. They
Yeah,
were just
you're making
fucking people.
fair points. Still though, check the heartbeat,
Yeah.
guys. Or I guess
Plus,
it was
plus
so
they
low
were
that
like 14, bro. They were fucking stupid.
they were 14. They were,
I think they were.
yeah.
I think they were
That
younger
actually
than
explains
14. I think
so
they were.
much.
I think Juliet was like 13 in that story.
I think it was 14, 13 though.
She's
I
a
think it was
fucking
14,
dumbass.
13. In period.
Yeah. Imagine expecting a 13-year-old to check for a heartbeat.
That is true.
Like you met a 13-year-old? 13-year-olds are dumb, bro.
Yeah, they'd be like, hey, he's dead. He's fucking
Yeah.
chop him up. Fucking whatever. Let's cremate him now.
Yeah. It's like, Juliet, listen, bitch, all you had to do was sit in your room for another day. You would have gotten the letter. Everything would have been fine.
That is also true.
Dude, I will
But
say, yeah, that one of the most annoying fucking tropes ever in like they did it a lot in a lot of the 2000 like 10 to 15 time period when they were doing a lot of like the Twilight type stuff. Like the that type of romance in movies and books and whatever. I swear to God, every single one of them has a scene where like the bad boy makes fun of the fact that Romeo and Juliet are stupid. Like every single one. Like Twilight included, literally does it. At the beginning, like when they're in the classroom and they're
I
yeah,
love Twilight, but how ironic is that?
yeah, and then
How ironic
and
is
he's
that?
like every single one of these movies, like Twilight and like the after movies, I'm pretty sure they do it, and even like some of like the better like teen romance stuff that's like newer. I'm trying to think. There's another one. I think Maxton Hall does it too. I don't know, but there's a bunch. It doesn't matter. There's a fucking every single one of them does it where they'll have a scene where they're in a classroom and it's a literature professor being like, oh,
Yep.
why is Romeo and Juliet like the greatest story ever? And then the bad boy cool guy whatever is like, it's not. It's fucking dumb because they're stupid kids and they killed themselves. And I'm like,
Right.
shut the fuck up. I'm like, that's not the point of that story. I'm like, the point isn't that they're dumb. It's just it's literally tragic romance.
Emblematic of a literal tragedy in love.
Yeah,
Like
it's
it's
yeah.
it's a lot bigger than itself.
It's about like the extreme of literally choosing love over everything, including logical choices.
Yeah, which don't come at a premium for 14-year-olds.
Exactly. And I'm like, Edward, shut the fuck up. You're like I realize you're like 200 years old, but you don't know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
true. Edward, 200 years didn't read enough.
Yeah,
Did not fucking read enough.
I'm
I
like,
think he says he reads a lot too.
yeah,
I'm pretty sure he references that at some point. But
yeah.
anyway,
It's like, bro, maybe stop listening to all the sad music in your room and read a fucking book.
yeah.
Like, but yeah, I don't know how the fuck we got on a Romeo and Juliet, but you're number one. You're up,
My number one is The Lion King. Lion King's the best Disney movie
obviously.
of all time. It only barely loses to Treasure Planet. I still think Treasure Planet is like my personal favorite, just
Sure.
because that has more emotional impact for me. But Lion King, speaking of fucking Shakespeare, um, I guess the main criticism of the Lion King is that it's basically what is that stupid play that this is? It's what because it is like the same story. Um, it's Macbeth. It's
That's right.
basically
That's
Macbeth.
right. I
Uh,
wanted to say Hamlet, but I knew that was wrong. I was like,
I know it wasn't Hamlet,
yeah.
and I was like, oh no, it is Hamlet. It is Hamlet. It is
Is it
Hamlet. No,
Hamlet?
no, you was wrong. Yeah, it
Okay.
was Hamlet.
Well,
It
then
was
I was
Hamlet.
right. I wanted to say
Macbeth came
Hamlet.
up first, but no, it is Hamlet. Anyways, yes, the main criticism that I've ever heard, the only criticism I'll honestly ever heard about Lion King is that it's just Hamlet.
With
Which, first of
lions.
all, let's be honest for just a moment. Even if it was, Hamlet is a literary classic that
Yeah.
will be read for all of time.
It's also a
But
dumb
it's
argument to use.
unbelievably dumb. It's also at least meaningfully different enough from Hamlet to not be Hamlet.
But
It's about lions, people.
it's dumb.
Let's start there.
Yeah. But it's also dumb in the sense that like saying, "Oh, it's just Hamlet with lions" is like saying like it. It's like technically you're right, but
First
that
of all, isn't the idea that it's just Hamlet with lions and they did it well? Couldn't that just be enough for it to be like an all-time great?
yeah. But
But it's
it's dumb though because it's like you're talking about Shakespeare, who other than Homer is like the second most influential
yeah,
writer of all time, and it's like saying it's just Hamlet is like saying it's just a hero's journey. It's like, okay, by that logic, no story matters because it's all just copying the Odyssey. It's like that's a stupid thing to say.
yeah, unbelievably stupid. And I think it's just your contrarians that are saying that. I don't think there's anybody. I don't think there's any real warm bodies that look at Lion King and it's just like, oh, this is just a Shakespeare play and a worse version.
Yeah,
Like I think you'd be unbelievably brain dead to think that. But okay, that's easily defended as we just did. Otherwise, Lion King again, story fucking slaps. Whether it's you know um, Hamlet derived or not, the story's awesome, and it is definitely as Disney movies go. Those first fucking 20 minutes is not what you were
yeah.
thought you were getting out of Disney movie. Let's be 100% honest. And let's talk about evil for a second, because Disney does. Let's be honest, does not have the best track record of portraying evil. Man,
Lion King
we
pretty
get
much
some
nails it. Yeah,
evil. We get some real evil fucking shit. The my brother scene where he throws fucking Mufasa into the antelopes. Oh my god, or the wildebeest. Excuse me.
yeah,
Um. Oh, what does he say? Long live the king.
yeah.
Oh,
Long live the king.
fucking throws him off.
And the screen gets like
Um.
all red in the background and stuff.
Yeah.
Like it zooms in.
Soundtrack unbelievable. There's a
Yeah,
reason I have this right. I do think it's the best Disney soundtrack.
that's probably true. Yeah,
That probably can't even be argued. So
yeah,
I'd like this is really not up for debate, but I will just state the obvious, I guess.
yeah.
Um,
Because it's like every single
every
song in that movie is great.
non-singing song is like a 9 to 10 out of 10. Um, like everything's good, and the one song they got from Elton John is "The Lion Sleeps Tonight," and it still like works extremely well. Like the one unoriginal song they have is still extremely relevant. Um, and they got Elton John, so I mean, it all works out. But anyways, yeah, I think again, I think a lot of people would put this in their top threes. Probably a lot of people would put it number one. I think if they gave it some thought, I think there's a reasonable amount of recency bias, like we talked about before. But yeah, the story's great. The emotional hits are hard. Shows probably some of the most character development in a Disney movie, dare I say.
Probably, yeah.
From start to finish, like, you get a lot more than just like kind of a wimp into like, okay, not a wimp and like can fight or whatever, or is like a hero. We go from like arrogant little pissant to absolutely wimp loser down in the dumps to you get development in the Timon and Pumbaa era with the whole don't worry, be happy, what
Hakuna Matata.
the Hakuna Matata, thank you. And then you get significant development after that. Like a Disney movie would just end there.
Yeah.
Hakuna Matata, he would beat Scar, or like he would just end. He would just be happy. He'd come back. He'd win. No, he was stuck there if he didn't break out of the Hakuna Matata shit.
Yeah.
Has more development, realizes his actual like belonging, which is not a fucking Hamlet thing, by the way. Shakespeare nerds. It's not Shakespeare nerds really doing this, but anyways, maybe it is. But and then has to like grow up and be like an adult and make decisions on behalf of like others instead of prioritizing himself, and comes back and fucking wipes ass. And like, takes responsibility, which is like the whole Mufasa thing, the circle of life, the what he says a bunch of shit. There's a lot of shit Mufasa says. Remember who you are.
Yeah.
But like that shit, when he gets to be that shit after, that's my argument for development. I think like there's movies maybe you could pick out that have maybe more development, but
I don't think so. I think Lion King probably covers the most chronological time.
That's my point.
Like,
that's kind of
like other
you don't get a lot of movies that like there's a pretty decent time jump and like deviation from the actual plot.
Yeah, but Lion King is like Simba's whole entire like 5 years old to 25 years old. Like
it's from birth to like young,
like early 20s or whatever you want to call it.
I would say like early 20s,
in human terms, obviously.
Basically, obviously. Which you really don't see for any of these movies, and to be fair, this movie, you didn't need them.
Yeah,
it wasn't the point of the story. This is like a whole different thing. This was more so like Simba becoming Mufasa.
Yeah, but usually Disney starts as like teenager.
Disney would start at Hakuna Matata, or like would start at that age,
at the teenager, like teenager who's like
whatever the arc would be. Like that's when Mufasa would have died, and then he would have in a matter of weeks, which obviously is part of what just makes some of the Disney movies harder to conceptualize, is like these quick turnarounds, narratively speaking. In a couple weeks he's gonna beat Scar and save everybody. It's like, I mean, okay, sure, he's pissed off, whatever, he can get over it. Is he really gonna go through all the stages of grief and then come back and say, like, I don't know. Yeah. It's a lot to ask for. And
I was gonna say, even like the romance stuff too, it's like a lot of the Disney movies, it's they meet and fall in love in like 3 days, and then
which is why Tangled feels more legitimate, right? Because they don't like each other day one or really day 2.
Yeah, no, it's like it's more of a slow burn type thing,
and it's not like Faded either.
Yeah,
like a lot of other Disney movies, it's not Faded, and they make it more real, and they don't like each other from the get go, and that's obviously another thing that Lion King does.
Yeah,
pretty well.
And there's the whole thing in Tangled too, where it's like after she like learns his real name is Eugene, and like his actual backstory and not like the made up one that he tells everybody, is when she actually starts to like him. And like that idea of like she doesn't fall in love with Flynn Rider, the like cool guy bandit or whatever. She falls in love with like the kid who just didn't want to be a loser, basically.
Right.
And that's not really a thing in a lot of Disney movies. It's like it's usually like the prince plug-in guy is just that Like there's
Literally.
nothing else to it beyond that. It's just like, no, that guy's just cool. Like
there's no, he has no depth.
yeah.
He has zero.
Yeah.
Beyond, he's poor and he gets a come up, but let's be honest, he does not.
He doesn't change as a person though. Like
he does not change. He almost changes like zero. We could say he changed a little bit. He becomes a little bit less selfish,
yeah, I mean, like,
but not like dramatically so.
But even then, it's more like all he did was like make better choices. He didn't literally change as a person. Like he made like he made like 3 really selfish choices and then he undid it. Right. And it's like good for you, but like you're still the same guy.
Yeah. The most selfish thing he did is save the genie.
Yeah.
In that movie, and man, he almost didn't save that fucker, bro. It's like that was fucked.
Yeah, that was like
the fact that he wasn't going to save him was fucked.
That was like an 11th hour decision. He was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah, so late. By the way, and like after they won too, it's just like he wasn't gonna do it, man. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, but yeah, Lion King definitely falls into that just because it's like, I mean, differently obviously than Tangled or whatever, like what we're talking about, because it's not that they didn't like each other, it's that he was missing for fucking 15 years or whatever, and then when he reunites with Nala and stuff like that,
like, I mean, as kids, like, and again, different because they were like incredibly young, but like they were at the like gross cooties age, basically.
Yeah. And there was
like they were,
right.
There was romantic overtones and or undertones, obviously, but like it wasn't between them.
And the whole thing where it was kind of like implied that they were expected to be together when they grew up.
There was that, right? And there's no
but real... yeah. Like, I mean, there's even like when Zazu mentions it, when he's like, "Oh yeah, you guys are gonna like be married one day," and they're both just like, "The fuck are you talking about?"
Right. like, they both hate that idea, basically. And despite that, are close friends still. And then the evolution of that.
And then the second that they see each other again, Nala's like, "Damn." Like, never mind.
Wait a minute. But I think it does. Yeah, like I said, I mean, we could talk about Lion King all day, but like, it does all those things well when you stack it up to what makes a good Disney movie. Yeah. And what has Disney done the best? You just get like 10 out of 10s in every category with Lion King.
Yeah, pretty much.
So I think that's good. I think that's
and
good.
I think going off what you said too about like how it does evil better than a lot of them too. I think that's another reason. Like I said that Mother Gothel's a good villain, but like I didn't expand on it. But that's another part of it too, because like obviously Scar is a lot more direct about it, like murder and oh my god, like overthrowing the kingdom and stuff like that. Whereas like Mother Gothel, I mean, she does, try to kill Flynn at the end, but like the whole kidnapping a child and grooming them to think that they're your own child and
pretty fucked,
telling them that the whole world is out to get them so that they'll be afraid to ever leave you. Like, that's some dark shit. Like,
yeah, like those are legitimately dark motivations that are like explicit in the movie, and it's definitely not what you would expect.
And then even at the end where Rapunzel's like, I'll literally willingly be like your property forever if you let Flynn live, and Mother Gothel's like, bet. Like,
yeah, that she cares so much. Yeah, it's when Disney is able, and I think that's what you'll notice about the movies that we ranked as high as we did, is like they just they either had a somewhat different twist on the Disney formula, or they just did the Disney stuff way better than any other Disney movie did.
Yeah.
Like Treasure Planet, I would say is a good example of like, it was more a twist on the formula. It's a little bit more offbeat, but otherwise does everything better. And Brother Bear or Lion King would be a better example of like more traditional Disney movie, but does all of the elements as well as you can.
Yeah, I think our Disney lists are pretty. I think all of our lists are pretty unassailable. I'm not gonna lie.
This should be, I mean, like whatever our headline says, like the objective opinions or whatever they're putting in there. Like, this list is not changing. At least until they start making good Disney movies again. So
Yeah.
basically, once they abandon Toy Story and whatever the fuck else they're putting sequel, who knows, man? Shrek 5 or Shrek 4?
That's DreamWorks.
You said what?
So that's
Oh,
DreamWorks
DreamWorks.
though.
I'm mixing my list now. But
But
yeah,
yeah,
I mean,
Shrek 5 is
about
coming
it.
out. That is happening.
But yeah, this is the new preeminent list on the best. The best DreamWorks and Disney movies ever made.
Yeah, pretty much.
And yeah, I feel very strong about those. I doubt those for me are going to change for some time. I will say, coming out of this, there's a couple movies I want to watch. I don't really want to watch Meet the Robinsons because I just kind of remember it well enough. But I do want to rewatch maybe Lilo and Stitch. Maybe I need to rewatch that.
I don't think rewatching Meet the Robinsons will change like your opinion on it. Really.
That's why I said like I remember it. I don't think it's going to change my opinion on the list, but I would rewatch Lilo and Stitch, I think.
You want to try to do the video games one, and then we'll just have
another episode.
All right. You want to just wrap it up here?
Sure.
I think that was everything. Yeah, I mean, it seems that's pretty solid for this episode, I think.
Yeah, I think it's standing on its own.
2 pretty solid lists. Yeah, so we'll do the video game thing next time, and then I guess I'll come.
My Hero. We don't have to talk about it.
Oh yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that next time. We'll do My Hero and the video game thing, and then
I have actually fully finished now. I've watched the final
cool
epilogue episode, which did not add a lot, but I'm not saying it's bad, but like we've got it all in. Got it all in.
It is nice to see though, like him actually get to use the suit.
Agreed.
Because that was my only thing about like the original epilogue episode.
Oh really?
Well, I was just kind of like, I know he has it, but he doesn't use it really, obviously, other than like the splash page shot of them all like flying off into the air. Yep. And it's just like, can I just see it a little bit? Like,
yeah, they do a lot of teasing with Midoriya in the last couple episodes, but because you're like,
there's another.
I'm just screaming like, "What the fuck is an ember at my TV? Like, what does it mean? Is someone gonna tell me what this fucking means?"
It means you're powerless. That's what it fucking means, apparently.
That's what I learned, Michael. I did get there. He said quirkless enough times for it to click in my head. Yeah,
I guess I think he still had the ember until like the end of school, basically, because like I think the implication is that he was basically the exact same as All Might was during the final 5 seasons or whatever, or the final, the whole show. But but then like I would guess a year, maybe 2 years after they finished school, he was done.
That was kind of my interpretation as well.
Yeah. But the only thing that threw me off about it, because I was like, why are you still in school if you know you're gonna lose your powers and you won't be allowed to do this ever again? Like, because you didn't know about the armor thing, right? So it's just, I don't know, like,
you want to graduate,
yeah,
finish it out. I don't know.
Like,
that's my.
It just felt kind of weird because I was like, if you know you're gonna be powerless in like 3 years or whatever, it just seems odd.
I didn't know how to interpret at that point because I didn't know what the fuck the ember shit meant. Because I'm like, is it gonna come back or whatever? Like, what's gonna happen? Like, so I was just kind of.
Yeah.
I didn't really have a thought about it.
Yeah. But then they were like, "Nah, it's cool. He has the one for all suit."
Which is cool, to be fair.
There's also going to be another. I don't know if it's technically like an epilogue thing, but it's about Eri. They're dropping like another episode that's like about her as when she's grown up, like the few little snippets that we see of her like doing like the music stuff or whatever. So that's supposed to come out in like August, I think.
Really? Okay, interesting. Think they're setting up for some shit there or no?
It's weird. It kind of feels like they're like teeing up like sequel stuff or whatever, but then at the same time, it just they haven't.
What would they call it? What would they do?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, but they haven't said enough to make it feel like it actually will be a full-on sequel, as opposed to just them giving more epilogue information.
Which is like did this too. They stretched it out for a minute. So
Except, I mean, but I guess the difference though is that like Attack on Titan was still in the middle of like the ending.
true, it wasn't actually.
Whereas,
it wasn't
like,
just epilogue on epilogue on epilogue.
yeah,
It was-
MHA is fucking over, and they're just like, oh, we'll give you another epilogue in like another couple months, and it's just like, cool, but like, just make a fucking sequel. Like, what are we doing? Like,
Or
You-
but like we'll talk about it next episode in terms of like what a sequel could be. But
Yeah. I don't think
I
a sequel could exist if I'm being totally honest,
that's my thought as well.
because no
And
villain
we'll
would stand a
probably
chance
get
in their
there.
world. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that's also the thing is like, bro, it's a graduating class.
Yeah, like 1A is fucking cracked. First of all, and second of all, it's not.
Even just Bakugo, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
You're going up against
You're actually fucked.
yeah, you're going up against fucking Dynamite. That man about to whoop y'all asses.
Dynamite, for God, I fucking love.
His name's the best. His name's the best.
I love that it never changed. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I was waiting for it to change the whole season.
I love how after he says it, everyone just accepts it. Everyone just accepts it and calls him that. And it's just like,
Murder God,
great
Dynamite.
job.
I actually really, really like that.
Great explosion, murder god, dynamite. I like how dynamite is spelled like mighty instead of like dynamite is spelled. You know?
Oh yeah.
Like it's not MITE. It's MIGHT. It's like so fucking good. He's the best, man. He's the fucking goat.
Oh, he's so good.
If people who don't like Bakugo should be hanged as well.
Oh, dude. I don't think people who watch My Hero and don't like Bakugo are both blind and deaf, and they have to be both.
Bro.
Like, they just do not have eyes, and they cannot hear Bakugo saying anything.
Especially those last two seasons. It's like, dude.
Like, I mean, I would understand if you're not a Bakugo fan after season 1, although I heavily disagree.
Yeah.
Because Bakugo's awesome in season 1. And it's only like a couple of the mid-season where he has a little bit less screen time and stuff. But like in the very beginning and towards the end of the show, he's like, if Midoriya's not your favorite character, he's definitely your favorite character, and I think he would be a lot of people's favorite character.
He's the best. Like Midoriya gets real fucking dope towards the end, but Bakugo's number one.
When you see Midoriya going crazy in one scene, and you're like, oh my god, he just like some Naruto shit, he just opened like the 8th gate. Yeah. And all of a sudden you see back and go blast past him and punch somebody in the face. You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, it's like even like the scene in the final epilogue episode when that first of all that's like the funniest shit ever. The fact that all of 1A went after like 2 carjackers is peak comedy. Like imagine you like steal a car and the entire fucking Justice League shows up to stop you, and it's like, dude. Like relax, but
if the Justice League started actually like doing crime in Gotham instead of
yeah. But no, that was hilarious too. Like when they did that, and it was just the fact that like Midoriya and Bakugo and Shoto and oh my god, was Ingenium the other one that showed off in that scene? Like the 4 of them just fucking went crazy on the 2 carjackers for no reason, and it's like, y'all don't have to do that. Like,
calm down, y'all. But so good, so glad they did though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just the preview.
Yeah, we'll talk about it more next time.
There's gonna be plenty more explosion, murder god, dynamite.
So fucking good.
Deku in the next episode, certainly.
I was right though when I said that each season was better than the.
We will discuss that. I mean, you're correct, yes, but yeah, we will discuss that episode as well.
All right. Well, that's gonna be it for this episode, and so we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you.